hear us?
They can hear us now. Audio is running. Schultz can hear us. Are you ready to do this?
Well, yes.
Yes?
Do it.
Are you sure?
I'm here.
We
I'm
kind of
awake.
committed.
Right?
Yeah, mostly.
Okay.
All right.
You can see our mugs.
Hello!
Morning. Afternoon.
Good evening.
Not quite that late.
Well, it depends where you are in the world. And good night. I mean, it's
Very
it's
true.
It's Monday in Australia.
It is a global audience, and it is an interesting concept to wrap your brain around.
Right. Yeah, I'm used to being in California, right, in the United States, where at least I've got time zones. You know, if I need to call New York because I got to call a business, well, I got to bump it 3 hours ahead, which means that, well, it's lunchtime, they're already closed. Damn it! It's even more fun to think about the fact that most of you guys, most of our viewers, it seems like are 8 hours ahead. Hello, everyone in Europe and that general vicinity, especially you, Schultz. And yeah, and then it's even more than that. It's a lot of fun when we go. So, for those of you watching in the future, this very beginning part of the program is set aside specifically for my Patreon members. We try to have a little bit of private time with those that actually continue to support my channel even during this weird dark time when I haven't put out actual videos. Yes, those are coming back. I swear they're coming back. I'm just not yet. I got a lot of weird things going on in the background. But they're coming back. So the Patreon members get a chance to watch and talk live directly to us during a stream, which is actually a lot of fun and definitely something that I think you and I get a lot out of for doing these streams.
Yes.
Yes. And you also do your own live streams.
I have been. I've just done a couple recently, and I came out with a video.
You did? Yes, you did.
I did, and I didn't bring my seashells. I forgot that. Oh, well. But
we're not
going to
see the seashells.
You can see them on my channel, which is Behind the Scenes Fashions. Google my name, Felicia Cowley Seashells. It's I don't know, key terms.
You'll find it.
Right?
It's not hiding.
It's not hiding, so yeah. But I made an actual video. It's going to be a while before I have another one out, but
right.
I did it.
Yeah. Where was I going? So, for those of you watching in the future, the Patreon members are a fantastic group of people, and I really appreciate all the help that you guys have provided me specifically, well, since the beginning of the channel. There's a lot that goes on here that happens only because of you guys and because of your support. So, seriously, just thank you. There isn't really a good way to put it other than thank you. And I know, Cheese, you're watching in the future. You can't watch right now, but your package did come in. We got a full roll of red PLA from Cheese because we got a new 3D printer that we're currently monkeying with to get to be able to print full helmets. We being Shock Gremlin and I. Tomorrow we're going to be getting a magnetic spring bed that goes onto the 400 by 400 print plate, 400 tall, so it's a nice 400 millimeter cube, which is bigger than we've had before. You know, that we've had anyway. It's not the biggest available on the market, but it's getting there. You know, Cheese had to print out his Red Hood helmet in 16 pieces. Well, being such a superstar Patreon member, he sent us a roll of PLA, and we're going to see if we can't just do a Red Hood helmet in one go. Yeah, so hopefully that'll work. Yeah. Hopefully.
The theories say it is possible.
The theories say it is possible. I think we have, at least on Discord, hey, by the way, for those of you watching in the future, have a Discord channel where you can talk to Felicia and myself and each other any dang time you want. I try to reply. And in order to find out how to get onto that Discord, just go check out patreon.com/Odin Makes. And you'll have access to the Discord level. It's pretty quick and easy and fairly painless. But anyway, yeah, all those little things are trying to get a 3D printer to work. And we've actually got a couple of them we got to look at. And I got another laser printer, which I would love to pick up and show you guys, but it's a beast. I haven't even opened it up yet. I know all of you are familiar with another large format CO2 laser. You see the adverts all the time. I'm not going to say the name because I'm going to say the name of the one that they sent me, which was by X-Tool. It's the X-Tool X2, I think is what it's called. It is, yeah, about so big. So yeah, it's a giant.
So you can almost get a yard.
Oh, it's got a pass through, so it should be able to run things back and forth through it, right? Or I guess one direction. I don't think we'll go quite want to go back and forth. Yeah, and it actually has a whole secondary box for a smoke collector that looks like another big thing. Very exciting, and it's a CO2 laser. So all the lasers we've had so far on the channel have been diode lasers.
Yeah.
Right? So the diode lasers are basically a hyper-focused infrared diode to really dumb it down and make it not at all correct, because they're still a laser. So it requires resistance from the materials in order for it to etch or cut, right? A CO2 laser is a real laser and should be able to cut a 1/4 inch clear acrylic, whereas the diode cannot.
Because of the clearness.
Because of the clearness. There's no resistance. So that is my understanding. I haven't opened the box yet.
Theoretically, it will not burn the marshmallows.
Theoretically, it won't burn the marshmallows.
What am I talking about? We were cutting out the seashells, and it looked like toasted marshmallows when we were done because the laser toasted.
Just toasted it. Do you want to see more of Felicia's toasted marshmallows? Check out Behind the Scenes Fashions in her newest video she just put out last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what I think about. It doesn't smell like toasted marshmallows.
No, it smells like chemical death.
It smells like burning.
It smells like burning. Yeah, it doesn't quite smell like chemical death. It's not as bad as, say, that spray paint over there, but or xylene.
I was going to say, when I burnt that.
When I burnt that, or when I burnt that.
That may have caused a few small fires. We will not talk about it.
Or when I sunburnt that. Yeah. Why do I have a spot on my face? Because for the last 2 weeks I've been working at the California State Fair. I've been burning the candles at both ends and burning my face. Yeah, no, it's been great fun. I've got I've got a day job, and for the past couple of weeks, past almost 20 days now, I've also had a night job. Every night I've been going to the state fair, and I get to do video switching for the video assist on either side of the main stage for all the concerts, the entire concert series. So far this year, I have seen 16 concerts live and watched every damn one of them on video. But I heard them. And I heard all the ClearCon chatter of the spotlight guys, the guys in the spotlights and the stage managers like, okay, there's going to be a guitar solo, so spot one, I want you to get over on the bass guitar. And so, yeah.
The real behind the scenes.
The real behind the, some of that stuff is fun.
Right?
Some of that stuff is like, oh my gosh, guys, can you just shut up? But some of that stuff is fun. So one more night tonight. Adkins. Trace Adkins? It's a country guy. Last night was Cool in the Gang. Loved it. Tonight's a country guy. It's going to be a good show because they're always a good show. And I'm not saying that because I'm working at it. It's just, okay, they haven't always been a good show. Wednesday's show was not a good show.
Who was Wednesday?
Wednesday was Ashante. Now, in Ashante's defense, she apparently was very, very sick a few days ago and was on all sorts of whatevers to get herself over it so she could make this appearance. Half her vocals were lip sync because she's singing, but her mouth isn't moving. But her mic was also live, so she would actually sing along as well. But it was just her and her DJ up in the corner. And we had no stage managers who had no idea what to do. The spots are just trying to figure it out on their own. And we're used to full bands on the stage and instruments, right? So yeah, we got the DJ who's literally got his 2 turntables and a microphone, and Ashante, and she's got 2 dancers. And so the spots are mostly on the dancers, which is fine. That's what you want, right? Lots of people dancing and moving around and doing the whole, But the DJ's the one that would do a lot of talking, and I would try to put a camera on him, but he's in a dark corner, wearing all black, and he's dark-skinned. So it's like, well, I can't take that shot. You can't see anything. Yeah, and then the spots would get over there just in time for him to stop and go back to do what he's doing. It was
A learning learning experience.
It was a learning. It was a good show. If you go look on Facebook, people really enjoyed the show. So I'm only complaining about it from an artist's point
It's
of
just
view.
the behind the scenes tea, and I love this drama because I understand it. I'm like, and they do what now?
They did what now? So from the video guy's point of view, from the cameraman's point of view, from the spotlight, it was a shit show. But from the audience's point of view, they had a great time because who cares?
They don't see the shit coming
No,
behind.
they don't see it at all. And she was great, especially and she came out and fully admitted that she was not 100%. And for someone to come out and do a full 80-minute show when
In this weather,
when you're not 100%. No, she was great. So at 100%, I'm not trying to complain on her. But as an artist, yeah, I was like, if I had to rank the shows, it was, yeah.
That one was the hard one.
That one was the hard one.
Don't want to do it again. Yeah, I get it. I get it. It's not shit talking, but it's
No,
shit
it's
talking.
not. But it's shit talking.
And I'm here for it.
Yes. All right. I haven't paid attention to people at all.
No, but people are saying hi. Hi, people.
Well, this is awesome. Hey, let's see. Greetings, my other human friends, said SideFox325. Well, thank you, SideFox, for
Hello,
thinking that
other
we're human.
humans.
Hello, fellow humans.
Greetings, fellow humans.
Schultz Division says, late here as always. Leah Marie is here. Hello. Schultz Division just finished my birthday dinner plus dessert. Sweet. Happy birthday, Schultz.
Happy birthday, Schultz.
He even disclosed his age, how many times he's been around the sun in Discord. On Discord. So I won't say it publicly because Discord's not public. Marvel Guy says, hi, how you doing, Odin and Felicia? I am doing well.
I am here. I'm awake. No, I'm doing great. Thank you.
Awake is an exaggeration, but that's all right.
Right? I'm trying to wake up. So.
We got, happy birthdays back and forth. Good luck to Shock Kremlin working out the bugs of the new 3D printers. Thank you, Dan Does Junk. Everyone say hello and thank you to Dan Does Junk, who has taken over our moderator duties and is making sure that that the chat is shit talk free, unlike the clear comms at work.
Thank you, Dan.
Yes, thank you, Dan. Put away that red pin from the other company. You'll upset your yellow green sponsor. Oh, shit, yeah. Okay.
I saw nothing but a dried up marker.
Nothing! Do I have one of those yellow pens around here?
Yes, right here.
Oh, good.
I know where they're at. All better.
All better. There it is. All better. Thank you, Ryobi. I have a box to open from Ryobi.
Yeah. I've been appreciating their ink more and more because Sharpie's purple.
Yeah.
These aren't purple.
No, they're
And
not.
I noticed the difference, and I appreciate them not being purple.
Yeah. Sharpies bleed purple and fade purple and run under spray paint.
Yeah.
These don't do any of that.
But they do race. They do. I did get some smudging from something. Let me think about what the project was, but I did run into an issue with that. But I was using other chemicals.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I remember something happened funky, but I don't remember what it was. But it's not purple.
Okay. Yeah, it's not purple. The big difference, this is an oil-based ink as far as I can tell, because oils will wipe the ink off of what's written down, whereas Sharpies are an alcohol-based ink because they clean up with alcohol and hand sanitizer. The big difference for that, aside from how you're going to cut the ink, is that you can spray paint this, and it stays, because you cannot spray paint Sharpie. It bleeds and turns into goo.
Or it'll raise to the surface.
Or it raises to the surface. It keeps coming through subsequent layers. Right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that detail.
Right? It's called experience.
Yes, it is. Now, the fun thing with these that I keep running into, and it happened with the very first time they sent me one of these pens, they're actually a metal body pen.
So they smoosh.
They
They get all dented up.
Yeah.
But what's really nice is that I can use them to smoosh hot glue because they're a metal-based pen, and it doesn't stick to it.
There you go. I like that.
So I've been using it instead of the tip of my finger, so I still have my fingerprints. You know,
Yeah.
just like it's still hot, but you need to smoosh it. I've been using- Yeah.
Let me get a couple more, then we'll trade sides. Red pen, got rid of the red pen. That's about right, Odin. Remember that you have cooling under control. Had one blow up a few years ago. Not pretty at all. This must be more about 3D printing. Having keeping cooling under control. Yeah,
Yeah, temperature really affects things, and you don't want it to, but it even changes the consistency of spray paint.
Right, so Schultz says, wait a minute, the color's true black? That never happens.
I don't know if it's true black, but it's not purple.
Yeah, it is way closer to true black.
Yeah.
You know, and I interrupted what you were saying.
No worries, I forgot what I was saying.
Okay. So, by the way, we're both very tired, so it's going to be kind of a spacey. Yes. But, yeah.
Yeah, we're both big muses and changings and stuff. So you've been overworking.
I've been overworking.
I just got...
Yes, this is true. True Black won't be able to moderate your next stream while being in Tahoe. That's fantastic. Dan does jump. Hear that, everyone? It's a free-for-all next stream. And Strictly Games says, hello. Marvel Guy has a question, but I'll answer Marvel Guy's question as soon as you're done. Because you're going to talk about this and the fact that we've got multiple jobs.
Oh, yeah, we got multiple jobs. I just got a new job I'm excited about, and I just finished my first week, so it's real, as opposed to theoretical. You know what I mean?
I'm actually there. I'm actually showing up. I'm actually logging hours.
Right.
Yeah.
And I have a fancy title and a new office, so.
That's very cool.
It's real, like now. Like I haven't ordered furniture, but I'm ordering furniture next week.
Right. Been sharing pictures of her office on Discord.
Right. So it's exciting because I'm like the bridge between design and production, and I work at a reupholster. So we now get to do I get to work with custom furniture where people bring in the bones and we get to refabricate the exterior, and I love it.
She's working with foam.
No, I am. I'm working with foam, and I have access to almost every single fabric that is manufactured in the United States.
Really?
So I like the libraries that I have access to. Like I can get into all the colors and all the fabrics.
Ooh. Ooh.
Right?
More than once, I've used upholstery fabrics for costuming because of textures and the heaviness and.
And it's not even just the heavy upholstery fabrics. There's the shears, the things. You know what I mean? Okay. Like I have access to the libraries of fabric.
So you guys are doing drapes and things as well, or?
They're not currently into drapes. But we are right next door to Designer Only, which is a fabric store for designers only, and so therefore can have access to all of that.
As someone who's predominantly male and not at all clued into, why would you have shears on furniture?
Not necessarily on furniture. I said in interior design. Like it's not just limited to upholstery fabrics. I have access to all the fabrics.
Aha,
yes, I'm coming in at the upholstery angle, but
you have access to.
Exactly.
Nice.
Does that make sense?
That makes sense. Okay, so
all the pretty fabrics.
What we really need to know, Felicia, is can you get a hold of that textured spandex they keep making all the super suits out of?
I can look into it.
That'd be awesome.
Right? Although there's this foam that we use for finishing, like for interfacing between like the cushion foam and the actual like leathers, like.
Oh yeah. Because you got the yellow and then that little like batted white foam.
There's the batting. We do use that, but in certain fabrics and stuff, we use this stuff that is like the this.
Oh, okay.
And it comes in giant rolls, and I'm like, the cosplays that can come out of that. You know, like, I don't see things for what they are. I see them as what they could be. And what I see them as what they could be is not what other people see them as what they could be. Just talking, dollar store, Home Depot.
Right.
I go in there and I see things as like, look, that's an eyeball. They're like, no, that's like a bolt. Well, yeah.
It's an eyeball.
Oh, are you going to grab the
I'll grab the eyeball.
Right?
Right.
This more reminds me of a hard-boiled egg.
Oh, this totally reminds me of a hard-boiled egg.
Right. I needed a giant eyeball. I ended up using something else. This was left over, but
So what we have here is a white thing, but this is an 8-inch styrofoam ball half, and inside of it is half of a 7-inch upholstery foam Nerf ball, basically. But it's not a Nerf ball; it's a non-Nerf brand Nerf ball. So it just happened to work out that with a half-inch or so wall, which is even that, it's bigger. I know it's just totally blowing out on the camera. The two of them just perfectly
make a hard-boiled egg.
Make a hard-boiled egg.
Yep.
You were working on some sort of all-seeing eye
pyramid
prop
pinata
thing for a video, and
yeah.
So now I've got
I left this here because it made me laugh, and I was like, Odin will appreciate.
Now it's almost that spaceship for heavy metal.
Oh, there you go.
Which was great fun because 38 Special was one of the artists that played at the State Fair this week, and they played Radar Rider from the movie Heavy Metal, which
it's in your head now.
Oh, totally. Oh, I like Radar Rider. Yeah.
I was gonna say I just saw the Barbie movie this week,
and how was that?
I loved it. Like, it was very entertaining. It was weird. It wasn't like it was. I knew I was gonna love it, even if it sucked, and I feel like I loved it, even though. I wouldn't say it sucked, but like it's weird.
I've got the same opinion. I am so expected to be thoroughly entertained, even if it sucks.
Right?
Yeah.
I was thoroughly entertained and loved every minute of watching it, and I'm gonna watch it again.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So, thinking about going out on the day after my birthday, everybody, all my friends, and going to the $5 theaters.
Oh, okay.
And seeing it on the bargain movie day.
Nice.
And so we're gonna go as Bargain Barbies.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay. Nice.
I'll let you know more about that later.
Yes.
But
yes, please do.
Right.
I really want to continue. I don't know.
I was just going on a tangent about Barbies because we were talking about something and now I'm off topic.
That's fine. Movies. Barbieheimer.
Barbieheimer.
I'm excited and have a lot of interest in seeing Oppenheimer. Christopher Nolan movie. I enjoy the history documentary things, and I've enjoyed a lot of Nolan's films. What I'm excited about is the IMAX theater in Sacramento is one of 19 IMAX theaters in the country, one of 25 in North America, that are running it on film.
Oh.
What does that mean? Why does that matter? I don't know. But I get excited about the idea. It feels special. It's not digital projection. It's actually
gritty.
For the first time in years, they went out and bought a new projection bulb. They cleaned off the projector. They still have the projectionist that was there from the very beginning of the building being built, so he knows the machine and how to keep it running. They had to 3D print a inch-wide extension to the platter because the movie was longer than the platter size they have for the IMAX, which is huge because it's the film is. Yeah.
Switch. Yeah, but
huge. But
exciting.
Very exciting. So I want to go see that. It's going to cost a lot as far as a movie goes. I mean, like $20 a ticket practically.
But it's an event at that point.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's fun. Get out of the house.
Right. I enjoyed Fat Man and Little Boy, and I enjoyed a lot of the other biopics of that time-ish. So I'm very excited about Nolan's take on it.
Yeah. And in all reality, seeing things in IMAX or IMAX 3D or the way they're supposed to be digested.
Right.
I fully appreciated that when I saw The Wonderful Wizard of... I forgot the Oz movie, but it was the one that just came out, the new one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't like it when I just saw it in theaters. I didn't see it 3D. I just saw it in theaters. It was, I didn't hate it. It just wasn't magical. But then my friend insisted on seeing IMAX 3D, the creme de la creme of how you're supposed to digest it, and oh my gosh, I felt immersed, and it was a night and day different film. So I can appreciate spending that little bit extra to have that immersive experience because it changes your perspective in the movie, and I noticed the difference.
Yes.
So.
And it's probably not for every film.
Right, not every film, but there's certain ones that it's like, I want to go out and see that one in giant.
Part of it also for Oppenheimer is they shot it on IMAX film to begin with. It was authored, if you want to use that as a term, on that film format and framed for it.
Yeah.
Now, they'll frame it for regular movies like letterboxing, 16:9, right? So they make sure that they got the important information there. But when you go see it at IMAX, it's going to be opened up, the full.
What the director was
almost
looking
4:3. Yeah. So we're almost back to Academy, which is what television was based on. Yeah.
Right. It's not that big of a deal, but where people can appreciate, it's worth it. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
These are stupid things I get understanding the geeking out on. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah. Especially if you can hear the clicking in the background of the real, the machinery.
Yeah, yes.
I know it's distracting, but at the same time, it's ambience.
Yeah.
It's those gnats.
The Tower Theater here in Sacramento also has a 70mm projector. The regular movie style. The 5 perf versus 15 perf. It's got a different name to it too.
Does the Crest Theater?
No, the Crest doesn't. They've got 35, and I think they've got a 16, but they don't have 70. that was put in when Tarantino did his Western, which I'm not remembering the name of right now, Hateful Eight. When that came through, and that 70mm roadshow, they upgraded the Tower Theater to be able to run that. So I went there and saw it in 70mm. And then after that, we went and saw 2001: A Space Odyssey and Jaws, because all of those were 70mm prints. So within the last 5 years, I've been able to see all those movies either for the first time or again.
I've only seen the Coen Brothers movie at the Tower. That's
okay.
I haven't really been there. I was trying to think of the last time I seen it. It was that movie. And it was one of those artsy films that I just wasn't in the mood for at the moment. You know what I mean?
Sure. No, which artsy Coen Brothers film? Oh, Brother? Or?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. It was just a sad man's life.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
And it resonated, but at the time I was just kind of walked out of the movie a little depressed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, oh, that's... But that's the last time I've been to that theater. I need to go again. Okay. It's been a while. I've eaten at their cafe.
Oh, the cafe's great.
Right?
Yeah. Yes. And the overgrown garden out front of the cafe.
Oh, it's so lovely to just sit there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Tower Theater across the street. Not Tower Theater, the bookstore.
The bookstores across the street.
Yeah, the Tower Books.
Yes. Are they called Tower Books again?
I think they kind of still have that in their name because they're across the street from the Tower Theater, but I don't think they're the same company.
So if any of you are old enough to remember a record store chain, if any of you are old enough to remember records, if any of you are old enough to remember going to a building and buying physical media, there used to be a chain of stores called Tower Records, and they also had Tower Books and Tower Video. This was a worldwide thing.
Worldwide?
They were worldwide. Yeah, there were the Tower store in Tokyo was huge. They expanded and were very huge. It was a Sacramento thing because of the Tower Theater. Is why it was called Tower Records. When the guy started, he would buy the used 45 record singles out of the jukebox in the Tower Cafe and then sold them basically at a table in front of the Tower Cafe and called it Tower Records. And that's why the yellow and red Tower Records was everywhere. Ultimately. I mean, not directly that. There was a few steps in between, but
Step 2.
Step 2?
Step 3, profit.
Profit, yeah. Exactly.
Yes.
I saw there was some... still have to answer a question from Marvel Guy. So we're remembering that, and it's fun. But what anything new?
No, Marvel Guy have a question about DIY Prop Shop. How come there were multiple hosts there instead of one?
Sure, I can answer that. Do you want me to answer that now? Yeah, why not? So Marvel Guy's asking with DIY Prop Shop, which was a thing I did just before Odin Makes, why there were multiple hosts and not just one. The first 8 or 9 episodes had Dustin, right? So he was the guy that...
Did he start it?
He started DIY Prop Shop. He didn't necessarily start the instructional how to do cosplay stuff, but he was the one that started the channel for DIY Prop Shop, right? He pitched the idea to Ami. Ami said sure, and so he did the first 9 episodes. He then moved on to something new. I don't know the exact details. I just know that I was working at Smosh with Felicia at the time, and ultimately the same parent company owned DIY Prop Shop and Smosh. So I got a call because I was already an Ami or Defy Media employee. Hey, we need a guest host. Can you submit a reel really quick because we need somebody that can do this? And so I did. I put together the thermal detonator video that's actually on my channel now. That was my audition video that I sent in to them. During that time, Vinny, who was a good friend of one of the producers down at Defy Media, and he worked as an Imagineer at Disneyland, also started working on an episode. So Vinny's episode came out before my first one. My first one was for StarCraft, I think. But because Dustin left them in a weird position of panic that, oh my gosh, we don't have anybody, what are we going to do as our channel? They then started calling in guest hosts and just had a rotating series of hosts. And there was 6 or 7 of us total, if you want to count Dustin. That was hosts for DIY Prop Shop, specifically because they suddenly got stuck in a position of nobody. And they wanted to be able to rotate people in and rotate people out, and they did.
So you can have sick days.
So people can leave. So if people don't work out, they can be replaced, and it's not a big deal. I mean, even Evil Ted guest hosted Prop Shop. So That's why one of the producers actually just emailed me last week or the week before saying, hey, we're still looking at Me stuff, and if we can get a sponsor, are you willing to do another DIY prop shop video? It's been like 4 years. Heck yeah! Yeah, I'll totally do a DIY prop. I still have all the assets. I still have my Mac tower, the old 2012 Mac.
Data hoarding.
Data hoarding. That's what I did all the editing for DIY Prop Shop on, was that machine. I've still got all the files. I've still got all the master files. I still have there was a Dropbox that everybody would dump stuff in for upload things or finished videos. Even other like, hey, we're thinking about doing this videos. I've got a copy of all that Dropbox before it totally went away. All hoarded on my hard drive. So yeah, I'm totally ready to go for a DIY prop shop. No problem. Yeah, is it going to happen?
We'll see.
We'll see. They asked.
Where's the button?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Eventually.
Oh.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, Dan. You know, I actually cringe when I hear my own voice.
Well, it sounds even worse on that thing because it's got like a clock radio speaker.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just apologizing.
It's fine.
No, I know. I just. That's okay. I like it though.
Yeah,
Thank
this
you,
is
Dan.
great.
I
Thank you,
appreciate
Dan. And so Marvel Guy, yeah, that's why there were multiple hosts on DIY
Yes.
Prop Shop, and because Defy Media as a company ended up pretty much running themselves into the ground and going bankrupt. Why Smosh moved to Mythical Morning with Brett and Link,
And now they own their.
and now they own their channel. They own controlling interest in the channel.
Ian and Anthony now own.
Yeah.
Not Smosh.
Not Smosh. Ian and Anthony
Yeah.
now have controlling interest in Smosh again. They now own 51% of the company again.
So, congratulations, guys.
Yeah, super congratulations,
So
guys.
proud of you. I know you'll never watch this, but I'm proud of y'all.
Right, exactly.
Like, genuinely.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Right?
Yeah, very happy about
I
that.
got to learn a lot from watching them.
Yeah.
Yes. Like, the burnout you feel,
Oh, yeah.
you know what I mean?
Oh, they had it
and
too.
they had team behind them,
Right.
pushing them,
Pushing, exactly.
supporting them, but still.
Still, they had it too. And they were commuting by plane. It got to be where both of them were living in LA because of how many things that they were doing in LA anyway. So they both moved to LA, but were still shooting in Sacramento. And Anthony did that for 2 years. Ian ended up doing it for a year, and all the guest hosts, all the other guest stars who became regular players, everyone would fly up to shoot for 4 days, fly back to LA. 10 days later, fly up to shoot for 4 days. Yeah. Uh-huh. That's a sucky commute. At least it wasn't daily, but still.
And they did get to keep their miles, which was cool.
This is true.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
But still, right?
Yeah, little things. Miles, I've got it timed off on the schedule for SAC Anime. So I've got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday off for SAC Anime.
You'll have to remind me what days those are going to be.
Oh, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
This week?
No,
Next week, yeah.
It's Labor Day weekend, so it's going to be the 29th, 30th, 1st, and 2nd, I think.
Okay.
Or it's the 30th, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd.
All right.
It's the first weekend.
Because I have to
in
put
September.
it actually on my calendar. I
Okay.
won't be able to do Friday, but I'll be
that's
there
fine.
Saturday, Sunday.
That's
so.
fine. And then going to be going to CreatorCon on the 23rd, I think is the actual day of the con of September, which is a Saturday. But there's a travel day in and a travel day out because it's in Louisiana, right?
That's
So,
exciting.
it is. So, and then, so I got those days set aside. And there's the possibility of going to New York Comic Con. So I got those days set aside. Don't know for sure. But it's easier to say, nah, never mind, than, I need those days, last minute.
Right.
Right.
And they don't need to know you didn't go. If you
Yeah, but I'll probably not,
waste your days off.
yeah,
I don't blame
it's
you.
a few days off.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
mean, it's
Makes
nice,
sense.
but and they'll ask me how the con was. It's like, I didn't go. I sat at home and played tic-tac-toe all day.
I watched it online.
I watched it online.
Right. Let's see. Dan does Junks. Congratulations, Felicia. Thank you. And Schultz Vision. So cool, Felicia. Thank you. And then Dan does junk. I need something like that to model a Lego motorcycle helmet. Earlier in the conversation,
something like that model.
People have noticed that Captain Carter's shield is substituting for Steve Rogers' shield and want to know what happened. Is that shield gone?
No, that shield is packed and safe in a climate-controlled storage unit, so Captain Carter's shield's got set up.
That's pretty there.
Yeah.
I like that shield. It's not. It doesn't look like a disaster zone as much.
Not as much. Yeah, it doesn't look like we've been ransacked and robbed. And also, the Thanos copter is here for the same reason. I actually still have Soul Edge, but it's still packed up from the last con in storage. I just forgot to bring it back, and I've been at the... Yeah, so, and at this point, it's like, I think I'll just leave it, because there's only 1 or 2 more streams, and then it's going to be SAC Anime, so I'll
August
just leave
31st, September 1st, 2nd, and 3rd.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, Dan.
Yes, Dan is going to be there, and I am supplying Dan with his badge.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yes. I will not be there on Friday, but I can be there Saturday and Sunday, which sounds like fun to me.
Sweet.
Right. Shields Division. Felicia, will you be less on your streams and Odin streams now that you have your new job? I still plan on doing this every other Sundays, because it's not going to bother me.
Oh, that's good.
My own personal streams, I'm going to have to figure out my schedule. Like, it's only been a week. I have no idea yet.
Just stream for your office.
There you go, right? Show you behind the scenes of furniture making. It's fascinating, actually.
Could be.
I find it fascinating. But I just got to get back into my rhythm. But I released a couple things that are out, so at least there's stuff now, and I'll figure it out. We'll see. But as far as the Ghostbusters pack and stuff like that, I don't plan on changing as of right now. But I will let y'all know if I feel burnt out.
Right. As well as if other things come up, that's...
Right.
I appreciate that everyone seems to be okay with our schedule being slightly flexible because of... Real world. Yeah.
I'm not a robot.
Damn it! As I understand, it is extremely popular to have somebody and just put them on the shelf and expect them to be in the tiniest little space that they barely take up at all, where they just wait patiently for the next time you need them. Isn't that what you want to do? I hear that's all the rage.
That's the plot of the Barbie movie.
Is it really? Oh, wow! Okay.
Mattel just wants to put her in a box.
Okay.
Spoiler alert.
Wow, all right. Yeah, now I really want to see it.
Marvel Guy's birthday's coming up. It's going to be the 1st of September.
Oh, right on. Well, happy
birthday.
Early birthday, Marvel Guy.
Right. Dan Does Junk says, thanks, Odin. Thanks for what? I don't know. But...
providing his con badge.
There you go, yeah.
He's going to have an exhibitor badge, which means he can enter any dang time he wants, he can leave any dang time he wants, and he can get into almost everything.
And he can exhibit his...
And he can exhibit his stuff.
Gundam.
Yeah.
I was going to call it the wrong thing, but then I couldn't
It's a
think of the
Death
name.
It's a Gundam, yeah.
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 A Transformer. I was going to call it a Transformer, but I couldn't remember the word. I was like...
I think there were things that transformed earlier with Japanese animation. But I do believe Gundam gets credited as being one of the first Transformers, because it really... The core fighter really did transform it to be the midsection pilot core for the OG Gundam. And I think that's one of the earliest ones. I'm trying to remember. I think
so on technicalities, you're
on technicalities, you're kind of right. Because I'm trying to remember with Star Blazers, I don't think the fighters in Star Blazers really transformed much past the way the F-16s did. Yeah. And then, of course, there's Robotech, but I think Robotech is post Transformers.
You know how you find out? Is you say the wrong thing on the internet.
That's right. That's all you got to do.
And then somebody will correct you.
But I do know that the movie for Gundam was 1979, and that was where the core fighter did the transformations. And then Transformers were a couple of years later. And the American show was 84 or 83, but 83, yeah.
We are almost time to let people in. We should probably grab our Proton Packs.
Oh, yes, you want to work?
So today we have to get through our plans. We don't necessarily have to get anything accomplished, but we do have to get our schematics set up so that we can have our parts ordered. Because we need parts ordered because it's going to be a couple weeks. So
I enjoy this. We don't have to get anything accomplished. That's what we've been doing for a few streams now. Okay.
I like it, Dan does junk. Electronics.
Electronics.
Right, we'll get to those.
All right, so we probably only need one, right?
Yes,
all we can do is
gotta
talk
make a
about
plan.
it. All righty.
And the wand. Do you need...
And the wand.
Is that piece?
Well, there's this other piece that's supposed to go here.
There. Okay. I'm like, there's more pieces. How do these work? Where? And the light goes in here, so we're going to have to think about everywhere that there needs to be a light.
Right.
Which, let's get some paper tape and label it.
That is right up against the cyclotron. It's probably the way it's supposed to be, but man, that feels crooked. All right.
I want to see. Sorry, I'm over here.
It's all right. We're probably going to want to...
Oh, I see what you're talking about. It does feel a little...
Does it feel a little crooked?
Yeah.
Gee, something that's like 2 years old and being abused and and it works and bends? Who knew?
Oh, well, it's when it's pushing down like this that it's more crooked. When it's actually up where it's supposed to be, it's not as bad.
Oh, okay, so it's not exactly sitting level?
Yeah.
Okay. At this point, I'm looking for a piece of scrap paper so I can
write things down.
make some notes.
Just grab the master plan. That's what it's full of, is scrap paper.
Is it full of scrap paper?
It is full of scrap paper.
All right.
Because I totally waste paper printing out all of these things.
Waste.
Look at it.
Yeah, all right.
So I use the backs of them.
Okay.
Because I have paper and it's meant to be scribbled on. Okay. It's an old...
Well, you remember the valve. There we go.
Okay, so...
Oops, don't hold it by that. It's not glued in yet.
Scrap paper.
Scrap paper. You want a pencil?
Yeah, it doesn't bleed through.
Doesn't bleed through. A little less. Only get the right
permanent.
Once. Yeah.
That's okay.
Let me check my phone and make sure that Chakra hasn't reminded me to do something. Also reminding me that I've got a red pen on screen.
I spy with my little eye.
Something that starts with M. Alrighty. I know the other thing, so in addition to all the working, I've been playing a bit of Minecraft because I really need to just turn off sometimes, right, and not do anything else. So for any of you who are part of the Minecraft server that are watching, if you want to join the Minecraft server that's available through Patreon, been playing around with building a giant map again. I had one in my shop on the server already, but it was a big vertical wall. Shop Gremlin started laying one out on the floor of their area, and I thought that was a great idea, so I started building a bigger one. Not because I'm trying to compete, I was just excited about the idea of this giant map. Then, for the first time, I finally decided to play with command blocks. So I've got blocks set up on the ceiling directly over the tile of the map where you move out to where something is, an interesting thing on the map, and you can reach up and hit the button, and it runs a command that teleports you to that point on the map. And then there's a return home button there, which you teleport so you're not screwed. So that's been a lot of fun to put together. So there's now we have a portal network where you can run through the nether, and which shrinks the distance between everyone's spaces. But now there's also teleportation buttons that are instantaneous. So yeah,
convenient travel.
Convenient travel is convenient. So that's been a lot of fun, and that's what I've been doing when I wasn't switching video for the state fair or editing video for.
It's what you were doing when you were finally switching off.
Yeah, when I was finally switching off. This is fun. Space out hard on something else. Anyway.
Yes. So we have paper. We have our.
We have paper. We have our Proton Pack. Okay.
So we need lights here, here, and here. And we have 1, 2, 3 switches, 1 button, and that's it.
Look. Did you already figure it all out already?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Not even a little tiny bit.
No.
Okay.
I can see the problems. I don't have the solutions yet, but we will figure them out. So are we live?
There. Save. Could you piss off? There we are.
There we go.
How likely are you to recommend a Windows PC to others if asked? When you pop up a window that prevents me from saving something I'm trying to do while live, probably not that hard.
Not recommended.
Yeah, it's fine. Ultimately, it's fine. I mean, what do you want? We got live chat. Oh, you see you got live chat instead of top chat?
Yeah, I just put it to live chat.
Boy, I'm glad you know what you're doing.
I don't. I do not.
Will Connors popped in. Hello, everyone. Hello, Will.
Welcome.
No, Schultz Division saying, did you guys see that the Creator movie used the Beirut explosion as a plate for the nuclear scene in the movie? Yeah, no. No, I didn't. I haven't seen the Creator.
I have not seen it yet either.
It's a sci-fi movie, but yeah, no. Schultz says cringe, which makes sense because here we got the Beirut explosion, which was, yeah. If you're doing a movie about the Beirut explosion and you use it, that's one thing. But to use it, we'll just use this because it looks good for your science fiction story. I can see that being very cringy. That's not.
It's a little tone deaf.
It's a little tone deaf. Yeah. I mean, you. There's a question of a stuntman getting hurt or killed in the movie, and then you're using that footage up to the point of the actual getting hurt, because here's the final thing that the stunt performer did, right? And they knew the risks, or they should have. In theory, they know the risks when so you want to use the footage, but Hi everyone, we're now public. Welcome to the Odin Makes live stream, and where there's a couple of exciting people in front of you. My name is Odin.
Hi, I'm Felicia.
And I'm completely off script, but we don't really have one, so it's okay.
Don't worry, we're just live.
We're just live. Hello everyone. We are still plugging away as slow as can be, working on the Proton Packs. And
today's goal is to get a plan for our electronics. That is what we really need to do so we can order parts, so we can finish this. We're this close.
Yeah.
We're really dragging our feet on the ending because, honestly, this is where we both have our weakness. But we do have expertise available with Shock Gremlin.
Yeah, to help us do this. But
we do have help, but we need to make a plan. And we can't do anything till we make a plan. So
yeah.
We're going to do this plan live. We'll see how well it goes.
We'll see how this works. And know that the plan could change. And, of course, if there's something big and obvious that we're missing that any of you experts out there know, please remind us that, dudes, you're forgetting the cyclotron needs red lights in it. So, don't forget to remind us.
Question, should I go make a quick copy of these, or can we just draw on these?
We'll just draw on those.
We'll draw on these and we'll print new ones. Okay, because then we can just have little arrows and point to, we need this here, and, draw in actual pictures of what we're working on.
So let me just set these out. If you want, go ahead and click over to camera 4 really quick.
Camera 4.
Just for the fun of it, because we can show off that we've been doing stuff.
It looks worse before better. We sprayed it with...
Yeah, we got rid of all the white PVC, right? That was one of the things that happened last stream, and all the white PVC is gone on the Neutrona wand. We got the cyclotron bumper bar, but it's not glued in place yet because we're going to paint it. And I know there's a couple other detail fiddly bits that aren't on, but they kind of need to go on after the base coat. And the base coat can't go on until the electronics are in. At least that's kind of the way we're feeling.
So we're in a stalemate. We've been avoiding doing certain, order of operations.
Yes. Matters,
because you don't want, once things are glued, you don't really want to cut into things if you don't have to. Anyways.
Yeah.
So until we solve this problem that we've been avoiding, we can't move forward. And this is the problem, and we have to do it.
Okay.
So Ben Eady suggested using the Rumble Pack, and I thoroughly, that's, if we do nothing else, do that.
Okay, so definitely want to. Now, specifically, do you want a Nintendo 64 Rumble Pack, or you just want any offset?
It's just easier to say Rumble Pack versus Vibrator.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it is.
Okay?
Yeah. We don't need to put a personal massager into the...
We need a Rumble Pack.
We need a Rumble Pack.
We need an offset motor inside this
inside the wand.
So that when we're holding the wand, it has a tangible...
It's been activated.
Action.
Okay.
That goes on. the other things that we need to add are lights.
Okay.
This needs a light, and this needs a light.
Minimum. There's more than that.
And
But
this needs a light.
That's got a lot of blinky lights on it.
Yeah.
From what I remember. Yeah, there's what you're touching here. This has got a bar graph on it that turns on. And I believe we actually have the electronics for this. And then this also has a series of blue lights in it that Chris from Lost Wax Oz, by putting a glow stick in there. So yeah, those have to happen, but there's more lights than just that. There's
those are the light holes we have.
Yeah, and then there's a light that goes on the end, and then the cyclotrons blink, and then there's other lights. Something else fun coming up is CrockerCon at the Crocker Art Museum. Yeah. So we're going to be able to be parked next to the Ghostbuster guys again.
So we'll get to see and double check that we got our stuff right.
Right.
Okay, but for now we need at least these ones.
Yeah, we do.
And then we need to be able to turn them on and off, and which ones are going to be controlled by what switches.
Sure.
And then also I wanted to see... Okay, so those are the things that we have to do. So number 1 is the rumble pack. Number 2 is the lights.
Okay.
And then number 3, I wanted to see if we can get an airflow going through it with
right.
Not a vacuum, but the blower upper.
But the blower upper thing. Yeah, there was this idea of it's kind of like the same idea as the Halloween flame witch's cauldron toy that's just blowing fabric. Wanted to see if we couldn't have a streamer go at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And plus it's some kind of action that happens when you point it that's con safe.
Yeah.
Because we don't really want to do smoke inside of a closed building.
Right. Sets off fire alarms. But
also you want some kind of action.
Right.
So that is the wish list. If we don't get it, whatever. But if we can, like to add it while we're in this stage.
Right. And the blower would actually have to probably go in the pack and then run through the tube, because there's tubes anyway to the wand.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So it's not impossible.
No.
I wouldn't try and put it into this space. This is like purely, we're going to have to get the lights in there. Well,
right.
Yeah. So that's where we're starting. We know we need lights here. We're not sure about the lights here.
I know those lights that go on. This is part of the problem. We need to discuss this. Like, yeah, but I didn't research it. Yes, we need to put lights on there. There's
yeah.
I'm getting hung up on the idea of we got to draw a schematic. It's like I don't even know where it goes.
Yeah.
But no, we can certainly.
But we can at least label on our pictures of where everything needs to go and what switches we want to do. What.
Okay.
Because this one probably would be fun for the vacuum because it's on and off easily, and it's not a click it to stay on. Where clicking the lights to stay on would make more sense.
Would make a lot more sense. Yeah, I agree that the momentary switch should activate the blower. Whether that's a camp map inflator or the Ryobi inflator or whatever.
Right, and then these switches need to activate the different lights. Whether it's like all the lights on and then these are specialty lights, or each one's connected to a different light, because we only have 3 switches and we have this could be one.
There's a 4th switch. There's one that goes out here too.
Oh yeah, but do we have that? Well,
we made it.
We made it.
Didn't we make it? I thought we made it and we left the switch intact.
I think we did, and set it on a shelf and forgot about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we still have a baggie of parts and stuff we have to do. There's still the V clip for putting the wand onto the pack that we need to make. But yeah, there's...
Yes, we've made those ones.
This barrel switch that needs to be fitted, that fits on the end of the barrel, which is this side. So it goes out here somewhere. It's another
and then we were debating what that switch did.
Right, and in the games, this changes it from being a Neutrona wand to a slime charger, which is great, but that isn't the way it works in the movies, so that bothers me. It's good for a game. So yeah, this needs to do something.
Yeah, could it change the color of our lights?
Maybe.
Is that a possibility?
Yeah.
Does Shop Gremlin know how to do that?
It's a momentary switch, and if we're running this back to a processor, like some sort of I'm losing all those terms. Anyway, as a momentary switch, it will still change colors. We don't have to hold it the whole time. It can still be on, off.
Okay.
Or cycle through multiple things. It can do that. It doesn't have to be like a light switch.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the light switch almost might be harder, but probably not.
Yeah, I think the light switches need to be for the things that you just want on, like this light and that light, not necessarily.
You have to go through the processor at all. I like that idea.
But the rumble pack.
The rumble pack should have something here. So, yeah, that probably needs to be rumble pack. So maybe this is the kill switch for the blower, and this is just straight rumble pack.
Or this could be the blower.
Well, I mean, you do this, and now the blower is activated, and so both run. And this blower's off, and just the rumble pack runs. So no matter what rumble pack, and then this is blower or not.
I like the way you think. Okay, that makes sense. We have to write that down so we don't forget to do that.
Going back to the whole, sorry, Ivan, I know how much you hate the extra noise when you're trying to make a shoot. It's like, how do we make it not make extra noise?
Right? Aw, how you doing, Ivan?
Hi, Ivan. I know you're not watching, but we love you, Ivan, and it's a lot of fun to get to work with you.
Yes. Yes, I always think of him in the quiet moments when you hear those noises and trains and things.
Right.
And the jingling of jewelry.
Yes. We were, I actually, if I could I posted the Discord, but I could drag up pictures here as well. We were shooting just on Friday. We were shooting in a groundwater storage facility here in Sacramento. And standing inside of the pump area, which was like 9 or 12 different pumps that would help pump this water out into the municipal water system. Lots of dripping noises in the background. It sounded like you were in Black Mesa from Half-Life. It was just drip, drip, drip. It's like, does anyone care? No one seems to care. And water. Then the guys are talking away, doing their thing, and a plane starts flying by overhead. And I look at Joe Gillis, and Joe Gillis looks at Ryan, the cameraman. It's like, do we care?
With all this noise?
With all this other noise? It's like, well, okay, that plane was loud enough. Yes, we need to do it again. That plane wasn't loud enough. Yeah. Yeah.
This is why the train bothers Odin, because he's trained.
I got a one-track mind. So the reason why it's a problem isn't because we're live streaming, right? And the train happens, and it's there, and it's gone, and it existed, and it's not a big deal. When you're editing the dialogue later, and you want to cut part A in with part B and back to part C, but only B has train noise, you can hear it. And even music doesn't bury it. It's just like, what was that?
Train.
It's a train. It's the lawnmower. It's the mother effing leaf blowers.
It's that dog.
It's the dog. It's a car alarm. It's...
Yeah. I did a commercial at a mechanic's machine shop that was next to construction with a barking dog by the train tracks. I was just looking at the sound guy going...
We're going to loop this whole thing, right?
One of the cardinal sins in that one, and I was just like, well,
buzzing of the lights, refrigerator kicks on.
It was a full-on machine shop. There was air compressors.
Jesus.
So the sounds, you get it. And I was like, totally. Every one of them hitting, I would look at the sound guy. We
were excited at KVIE to get to go out to interview a guy that designed a product. KVIE was a local PBS station I used to also shoot and edit for. So we're going to go out to this guy's house. Big, nice mansion out in Wilton, which is, a community south of Sacramento. Very quiet, rural community, right? You get out there, and all you can hear is tinnitus. And we get into the guy's house, which is well insulated and everything else. We're getting everything set up, and all you hear is beep from somewhere in this giant house because one of the fire alarms is low on batteries. And the guy's like, "All right, so we're gonna do this." Yeah, but I got to figure out where that noise is. What noise? Because he's been living with it for so long, he no longer hears. Beep! His brain just eliminates it. But headphones on, watching meters, spike. It's like, where's it? It was at the far side of the house, but it echoed through all the hallways, everything. Yeah, and then of course nobody has 9-volt batteries, so just killed the whole thing. Yeah.
I get it.
Yep.
We got to write down what we're going to do that switches do.
So, yep.
This one clicks on both the button, does the rumble pack. The switch clicks whether it also activates the...
Fan enable.
Fan. I was going to say, what are we going to call the blower thingy?
Blower's fine, I'm just calling it.
No, fan makes sense. And then, so those are what those two switches... Button switch.
On off, which includes a rumble pack and probably a light at the end.
So should one of these light up the wand itself and the other one light up the pack? Or should
Yeah, actually, because they're switching stuff there that activates the pack. God, this is one of those, I can make it up, but I really...
would like to be as accurate as possible
because I know the stuff has
see.
figured it out. And if we just wing it, we're going to be wrong.
Okay.
But yes, because they are in the elevator. No, in the elevator, they need help switching their packs on.
So it's not necessary.
So it's not necessarily on that. The pack can be is switched because they have to turn on each other's packs. And the first time they do it, they all get to the other side of the elevator that's going to help. Right?
Okay, yeah, I know. I'm trying to picture now.
Yeah.
So where on the pack is the switch that they switch on? Like where kind of are they reaching so we can either add a switch or just say, screw it, we'll use this? That's my question. You're like, I don't know.
That's just it. I have another research. Now I'm being asked to definitively say that. I don't know.
Okay. Well.
So instead of specifically going, this switch is going to do this and this switch is going to do that, what do we want to have it on? And it needs a switch or not. And then we can figure out what the location is when we have time.
I like that.
Okay. Because that is the only thing that's holding me up is that we're going to decide it goes here. And everyone's going to say, no, that's where the toilet flush noise goes. What the hell are you doing?
Okay.
Okay.
So what needs to get switched on?
So what needs to get switched on? We want to be able to switch the pack on and off. So
the pack, and the pack would include both the cyclotron and
I believe so.
meter.
As soon as the pack is on, usually what I'm hearing for the Ghostbusters guys, there's a cyclotron noise, the cyclotron lights cycle, and then you've got the blue lights in here.
What's going to make our noise?
Well, the boards can do that. Most of the microprocessors have a sound board, or can easily add a sound board
in the future.
with an amplifier and a speaker. So if we want the cyclotron noise to run, I can't read it from here.
Sorry, turn OB switch is seen in the Ghostbusters Afterlife. One switch for the lights, one switch for the sounds, and one switch for the rumble, says Bernie Davis.
Okay.
Yes, those are the comments so far about.
Okay, so we...
One switch for the lights, one switch for the sounds, and one switch for the rumble.
Okay.
Lights, sounds, rumble.
Lights, sounds, rumble.
And this one, we already figured out the air.
Yeah, I'm okay with that still, even though we maybe made
Light, switch, rumble, go planet.
Yeah, basically.
And heart. Sorry, that one's always bothered me. It was my favorite one. I wanted that ring, but...
Yeah, there's buttons that go up here that I'm seeing.
Which buttons?
Or here. These are buttons up here, aren't they?
Are they?
Well, maybe they're not.
They look like the top of zip ties in weird ways.
Yeah, fair enough.
But that's not a good picture. That's just
not a good picture.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's see.
So we want to switch, turn the lights on, which will power up the pack, right? And probably provide power to the wand because no batteries are going to go into the wand.
No.
So
we're going to run power through the wand and air through this. It'd be okay for them to run through the same tube?
Well, yeah, because it's not like the air is going to be the power is going to be running through the air. It's going to wires.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think I don't have it here. I think doesn't the tube that connect the two have additional wires to make it look more complicated? It's not just a clean corrugated tube.
We'll have to pull up the better image.
Yeah.
Because
might actually have to watch
we can always add duct tape because now it's
Yes, duct tape and gaff tape is 100% canon.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ben Eady.
Right? We'll do the Ben Eady packs. There you go.
Yes, that's it. God, what was that? The car? What was that?
Yeah.
That story.
So they could use it for the.
They could use it for the car because it was too long.
Or they took the car one and they used it for both the car and the pack, or something like that.
Yeah, the hose was too long or something, and so Ben just cut like a couple of feet off the hose so it wouldn't catch on the door, so the scene can play right, and then patched it with gaff tape. So yeah, gaff tape on the hose is canon. I might have that story a little wrong, but that's effectively what it was.
Something like that.
Yeah.
He needed a hose, and he had one.
And he had one.
So he just made it work.
Maybe it was, maybe you just make it longer. I don't remember.
But.
So that, and then turn the sounds on, and the remote, and the rumble. And so the rumble is in wand only?
Yes.
Okay.
Do we want to make the whole pack itself rumble?
I don't think we need to. We can. The thing is, I never think about this because of Ivan. and doing things previously where
you avoid those. Yes.
I avoid those as props because you want to have the cleanest sound you can get.
Thank you, Ivan. No, we're just blaming Ivan. It's not his fault.
No, it's not his fault at all. I was doing that prior to Ivan as well.
Make sure nothing falls off on me.
No, doing Beyond Geek and other shows with Joe Gillis, I was trying to make sure that the stuff I was making for him wouldn't squeak or wouldn't rumble or wouldn't... Wait, we gotta dig the Alice frames out too.
Yes, we gotta dig out the Alice frames. I'm just thinking, is it really going to be that noticeable if we do?
I think so. I think the hands is more important.
I think the hands is more important, and we're going to have a motor running inside of here with the lights. I don't think the...
That's true. We'll get a small rumble from the motor in there. Which, whether it's... We're using the... I don't even see it right now. It's over here. I've got a Ryobi tool that's a handheld inflator. We talked about using that. Or if we get something else that's got a little more power.
Right. Okay. I'm just going to put it like that for now. No, I'm not, because it's not going to stay like that. We'll go like that. Schultz division. Felicia almost fits inside.
Almost.
Right? I could use it as a sled.
Yeah.
Does that mean I could get sucked inside the Ghostbusters? Who are you going to call? Okay, let's see.
The Culligan Man.
Bernie Davis and Hart. Go Planet.
Right.
Love it.
Well, Heart's the Fifth Element. I've seen that movie. I get it.
Mag Teeth Matt. The Ghostbusters Afterlife sequel got delayed to March next year. It was supposed to come out on my birthday. It's because they knew we're not done with the packs yet.
That's totally what it was.
Right? They're like, they're not going to be done till March of next year, so we'll just coordinate.
Nothing to do with the actor's strike or the writer's strike or anything else.
Dan does junk. The first test fit. Yeah, we haven't even...
Yeah, effectively, it was the first test fit.
It's like a real thing. It is backpack sized now. We need to get it on the Alice pack, but we do not want to close this part up until we've inserted the motors.
The other really fun detail is that the Spirit Halloween Stores is now, this year, producing a full-size backpack replica that you can go buy from the store.
Right?
So we worked on this thing long enough for them to stop making the three-quarter size one, and now we're going to make a full-size pack.
There is a market.
I'm sure the fact that Hasbro made a full-size pack and made a ton of money on it has a lot more to do with it than us making a foam one.
Right?
Yeah.
But it's completely worth it with the amount of time, energy, and foam that it takes.
Yeah.
To justify the cost of not having to figure all of this out.
Right.
Although it is fun.
It is a lot of fun to make your own pack, and I highly recommend making your own pack if that's what you want to do and what you're inspired to do. If you want to be a Ghostbuster and just want to be a Ghostbuster, and there's an awful lot going into putting that costume together, if you can grab a full-size pack on discount at the end of Halloween, go do that. Go do that.
Left by then.
Yeah, go do that. You can always make yourself a new Proton Pack later. So, yeah.
With reference, right?
Yeah, if you know what you're doing.
Honestly, I feel like they're going to probably sell out. There's not going to be leftovers. They're not going to make it to clearance.
No, they probably won't. And I wonder what it's going to retail for, because the three-quarter one's a couple hundred, I think. Mm-hmm. So even that isn't really out of reach. I mean, we've probably blown that on this project.
Right? It's not.
Of course, we're making two. But.
Well, yeah, working at the costume shop, I see the wholesale price versus the real price. Right. Because we were able to buy them at wholesale, but then we would rent them out, and so...
Oh, nice, okay.
Like, it's totally worth it.
Yeah.
It is totally worth it. Yeah, because I think the Batman rubberized suit was like $500 wholesale.
Wholesale?
Wholesale.
Okay.
Wholesale. So, that's a full-on Batman suit.
Right.
Kind of a comparison. Not saying that is, but you know what I mean?
No, yeah.
Give you a place to start.
Just remember Ian of the ill-fitting rubber Batman suit. it did. I mean,
this
is something
Ian's
on you.
Batman.
Oh,
It is like my favorite. I love like him just on set as Batman.
Yeah. Because he could not be Batman the whole time. Yeah, that's great.
It's like my favorite days to work.
Yes.
It's just like
yes.
Oh, the Bat bathroom.
Yes.
If it's yellow. If it's purple.
And there's so much more behind the scenes because that thing just kept going.
Oh my gosh! Like, you can never tell with Smosh whether it was going to be a hit or a flop because we would laugh so much on set.
Yeah.
Just so much. And, like, those ones were my favorites.
Yes, still. And this is, I'm sure, true for a lot of other movies. You can't tell that this movie is going to be a real stinker while you're working on it because you're in the middle of just working on it. But yeah, at Smosh, yeah. And then oftentimes I would read the script, and of course the sets, the blocking, how the people were to the camera, the editing was all very different in my head than what was on script, than what ended up, right? Because I only read the script, and so I ran into that a few times. Like, oh, this isn't what I thought it was going to be at all. I'm disappointed, but yeah, no, Batman was a.
But we were constant. There was a lot.
Yeah,
it was a lot. So sometimes it's like, oh wait, did that already come out?
Right? Didn't that come out? We worked on that months ago. Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Yep.
Okay, let's see.
Right.
Bernie Davis says it's not necessary to have the pack rumble, but some people like to have the option. That option, which makes sense. But I would rather have fan. So I feel like that'll help with the effects. But yeah. I think that's, sorry, I'm off in my own world.
You can be off in your own world. I should have a pencil sharpener down here. I used to.
Steve D, electronics this week then? Sorry, I'm late. Well, we're figuring out what we need to order for electronics. We're figuring out the plan. What switches need to do what we're going to do. What actual bells and whistles are going to get into this Proton Pack.
Yeah.
So, we want noises, we want lights, we want action. Lights, no cameras.
No cameras.
No cameras. Although,
right.
What is this? No, I'm teasing. Oh, the red. Dandus Junk says, it's fun to make your own, especially if you have a laser cutter. Oh my gosh, I love the laser cutter.
Yeah.
Not laser cut, laser cut. Look how clean this is. Like, it's just so crispy of edges, and I love it.
Yes. And here's the number one thing I've learned with laser cutters and a few other things. They're not a time saver. The time is just spent differently.
It's kind of what are your skill sets. If my skill sets, I just feel really comfortable cutting it out by hand, but I can't sit down and look at that computer screen for hours to get it figured out. Or do you like just sitting at the computer screen, figuring out all your problems, working out the puzzle pieces beforehand, and clicking print, realizing you're slightly off, reconfiguring everything, push print again.
Yep, that happens a lot.
Closer. Work out your bug. But once you work out your bugs and you figure out your settings, it's so much easier at that phase.
Make a new one. Oh, I screwed up something horrible. Either it's like, oh, I got to remake this part and I spent 4 days on it, or, oh, okay, cut.
But then you're also wasting materials. Yeah. Materials add up, so blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
it's not a necessary time saver, but it is a different beast.
Yeah. Not having 24-hour access to a shop necessarily, or fully having access to your maker's space. Like you have to transform your living space to be part of your maker space. Probably working on the computer a lot and getting things figured out beforehand would be nice because you can do that without totally disrupting your space. But yeah, I don't know.
It depends on your skill set, your tools you have, what your resources are in general, and your comfortability and what you're willing to. I always stretch my knowledge, I guess, my skill sets based on projects. Like, I want to learn how to crochet. I will find a project that I want to do. Like, it's probably way above my skill level, but then I challenge myself, and now I have that skill with the completed project, and that's what I kind of do with laser cutters. I want to play with this laser cutter. Let me get a project that's just a little out of my skill level and do it anyways. So, are we doing anything wrong?
No, I'm just Shop Gremlin is also watching and asking if we need do they need to be here for an electronics listed? No, just take notes. And there was a piezo speaker was a thing. The cyclotron is such a low rumble noise that the piezo or piezo speakers that I've heard are going to be way too tinny. I think it should probably actually be a fiber speaker of some sort.
What's the difference between a piezo and a fiber speaker?
All right, a piezo or a piezo speaker, whatever. It kind of looks like a flat disc of metal with wires coming off of it, and it's able to produce sound through black magic. And because of the way it's made, it's really good for electronic noises. It's really good for buzzings and beeps and things. A fiber speaker is more like the speakers you're used to seeing. If you ever taken anything apart that has a speaker in it, it's got a cone with usually black, a fiber on it, and a magnet in the middle, and an electromagnet in the back that causes this magnet to vibrate. And by having this vibration happens, it makes the fibers manipulate the air, create the sound. So the larger speaker you have, the larger the sound, or the better the range, whatever. So it's an electromagnetic thing. So it takes more power, but it sounds what we're used to. The piezo speakers, what makes your watch beep?
It's those annoying beeps.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
That makes a lot of sense. Thank you for explaining that.
Sure.
I'm like, because I didn't know what you're talking about, but
Yeah.
I can smile and nod and pretend you are, but I didn't.
Well, the cyclotron noise, because it's all the same sound guy, isn't the Millennium Falcon, but it's getting close. It's the same type of, like, you know.
So, being that it's that big, where do we put it? If we put it right.
We can probably get away with a 2-inch speaker or so, because
right there?
they've gotten really good. Yeah, we can just put it right in the back, yeah.
Okay.
Between the lights. Yeah, that'd be fine.
See, I'm pointing right there.
And since, yeah, go ahead and,
4.
yeah. So, like right in here, we can still get, you know, that's my fist. We can, yeah.
Yeah, you can.
We can fit the eventually button in there.
Eventually.
So I'm sure the speaker would be just fine between the lights. And you know, the other thing is, how are we going to power the pack?
Yes,
you know,
we need power.
I'm sure there's a plan to use a particular easy to recharge system that, you know, comes with larger batteries. So this will probably have to go in here. And then for comfort of wearing, do we put that high on the pack so the battery and the weight is up towards our head, or does that go low in the pack so it's down low in the back? Does it go in the middle? I mean, it probably depends on where it's actually going to fit.
I have a
but
feeling that we're going to have to like cut out this space in order to fit.
Right. Well, yeah. Even if it's just because, again, this becomes a really good spot for
the base of our electronics.
The base of our electronics, yeah, because that'd be easy to get to, and then once it's on your back, you don't even have to cover it up. It can just plug in, and then you're done.
Look at you using logic.
Well, I'm trying.
Hey, look, it's a Toby Butt Scratcher 2000.
Oh, we got a Toby Butt Scratcher 2000? There's
Yes.
no battery on that.
There's no battery in that? That's
Here,
why it's not
here you
working.
go.
He's not here. He wanted to come,
Yeah, I'm sure he did. He always wants to come.
right? Yes.
Yeah. So that's the little 4-volt battery, which is great. But for this and for long-term wearability, I think I'd rather go with
The bigger.
the bigger batteries.
Yeah, no, the biggest battery we can fit in would make life easier.
Pretty much. And whether that's because we can get aftermarket. Sorry, Ryobi, you don't make them yet.
Adapters?
Yeah, there's a whole group of people that like to modify their Power Wheels toy to use these rechargeable batteries instead of the batteries they come with. So you can actually get a hold of. Come here, get rid of your bubble wrap. You can actually get a hold of these. These are easy to order off of Amazon, and they're not that expensive. And it's designed just to fit as low profile as anything. But at the same time, we can, if we end up using the blower motor or something else, we can take something official that may be easier to click in and out of.
It may be easier to use this section then for that because it would fit.
Yeah.
Oh, but it presses it out.
But I was thinking that if it was this,
Okay.
and this is like affixed, then we want to take it out. We can literally, it just fits
Where's
and
the backs? So we can see how that would work with our back situation.
oh, it's just a flat sheet.
I know it is, but I want to
Follow
see.
the box.
I want to see.
Okay.
Because where are we going to put, because we have this whole
We have
access
that hole. Right, but we can change the hole, so...
Yeah, I know. I'm like,
Yeah, with the little finger bumps on the side, so the fingers can get hold of the battery and pulls it out. And then it can be sized to either fit the smaller battery, so it's not as heavy, or we can sink it in a little more maybe and make it fit the bigger 6-hour
yeah,
battery.
and this pack is so lightweight that adding the weight of the battery will just make it feel legit.
Yeah.
Because you
It's true.
weight fashion to make it more expensive. Like
don't do that.
heavier weight fabrics, heavier weighted garments in general
Yeah.
feel nicer.
Yes.
It's psychological. It's not anything other than that. So the bigger battery pack in here.
It's one of my favorite lines from Jurassic Park. Are they heavy? Yeah. Then they're expensive. Put them back.
It's so true.
Yeah.
Because silk chiffon is so lightweight. People don't feel like they need to spend so much money on it, so they weight the hemline with like chains and stuff.
With chains and those little weights you put in curtains?
Uh-huh.
Oh, interesting.
They will weight garments so that because they're expensive.
Yeah.
So people feel like it's more expensive. Okay. So psychologically, adding the weight to this is going to make it feel more realistic and more legit.
Okay.
Mentally. So I'm like, let's put the bigger battery pack because we're saving weight in the construction with the foam.
Right.
But then it'll feel more
Yeah.
And this right now is heavier than this. Feel the weight distribution.
Oh yeah.
So this part is heavier than this part. So putting a weight here would make it feel even.
I would think, yeah, and I think also putting it low. Just in general, I know. What do I know? I'm stuck on the whole putting it low thing.
It's still going to be supported on your shoulders. It's like a backpack.
Right. Yeah.
Backpack, everything sinks to the bottom of it anyways.
Right, but it'll pull differently. If it's the top, it'll pull differently than if it's low.
Yeah, so I think we should do the low.
At least it has for me. But anyway, what do I know?
I'm not denying it. I think it's very true, but I think putting the battery pack down here is a good idea. But now we still have to figure out the fan.
Yeah, well, there's still room for fan.
Still have room.
Still depends on where the fan goes, because there's this guy here.
Where does the tube comes out here, right? No.
Where does the tube come out?
This thing goes right here because it's
that tube goes there.
I just took it off because I didn't want pieces falling apart while we were.
You know, I'm not remembering, which is gonna be great because everyone's gonna be real mad at us.
There's a clip.
Where does
it connect?
Yeah, where does the tube come out of this? Because there's a tube that comes out here that just goes up here. Right.
Yeah.
I am not remembering where the tube attaches to the.
I may
or may
not.
I never do any kind of research.
Have a picture of this. I may not have a picture of this. Okay. I know there's a picture that.
Someone's just going to tell us. It attaches to this part.
I only have my printed out pictures at the moment. And. No, I don't have the picture that has that part on it. I've seen it, but I did not print it out. Reference image. There you go.
Oh, so it comes out the bottom of the cyclotron.
Okay. Hey!
Wait a minute.
Let me exit out of that. You see? Right there. So the third one down from the...
Wow, it just comes out of the bottom of the cyclotron?
Yeah.
Huh. This is assuming the costume replica one is right. Probably is. Spirit Halloween comes out of the bottom of the cyclotron.
What about actual pictures from the movie?
Well, that'd be nice.
Right. Don't worry, we're only live.
I prefer that, but at the same time, I get it. Proton Pack from Wikipedia.
There you go. It looks like it's two spaces down on the third one.
It's coming out of the bottom of the cyclotron. Nice. Okay, so yeah.
This side, 1, 2, right there.
Yeah.
So that's going to be our.
Okay. So. Once again, in the area where we have the most room is where it's coming out of. So if the battery is somewhere in here, and the fan is somewhere in here, and the speaker is in here, that should fit.
Right here, yeah.
That should all fit. So now we have this space that's just for...
It already is weighted on all these pieces sticking out.
Yeah, so but this is where we can put the processors and the electronic brains and things.
Yeah,
so we have here, room. Free of the magnet. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, good.
Plans! We're getting an idea. We're figuring this out.
As painful as it is for everyone else, because everyone watching is like, yeah, we know this already, guys. Get with the program. You've been doing this for a year. How come you haven't figured it out? Because we're trying to do everything live, directly on screen.
Oh, yes. We're doing this all live. I broke this live. It's okay.
That's fine. That goes right back
together. I'll fix it
eventually.
Let's see. Miguel the Maker. Are you going to make the flash cowl? Not yet.
Yeah, that's the thing that pops out the end, I think, right? So.
What thing that pops out of the what thing? The clipper?
Is the flash cowl the thing that comes out of the end of the wand?
Oh.
It's just not there yet.
Okay. Cantuna says hello.
Hello, Cantuna.
Dan Does Junk says you can probably structure something out of the Sintra to better hold and support whatever's going to have some weight in the backpack, i.e. battery lower, etc., so the foam won't take all the weight.
Yeah.
That is a good idea to think of. And And
I do think we talked about that as well as potentially using Sintra as a backpack.
Yeah. Bernie Davis says, get the freaking geek electronic kit. Many in the fandom love those kits.
Okay.
Let's write that down.
Let's write that down.
You have your notes.
Freaking geek?
Yes.
Frickin' or freakin'?
It says, you typed it, Franken.
Franken.
Franken. Franken.
Franken Geek. It's a
electronic
great name.
kit. Thank you for that, Bernie Davis. Appreciate.
And Bernie Davis is the one that shared it? Who knew? He's helped us out in the past with quite a bit.
Yes, no, definitely.
Alrighty. Hey, Shop Gremlin, if you're watching, quick, look up Franken Geek Electronic Kit. Hey, Bernie Davis, just quick email, shopgremlin@odinmakes.com, the location of the Franken Geek thing.
We will look into that 100%.
We will look at, oh yeah, very much so.
Dan Does Junk, you gonna make it play the theme song?
You guys do, actually.
It's not, we have a speaker.
We have a speaker.
We're gonna have an electronics board.
I have heard some of the Ghostbusters do the theme song and do the hotel music. You know, just the basic or whatever the music is.
That is fun if it's a possibility.
It is a possibility.
So we can put that on the maybe list.
Yes. Man, if I mean more soundboards. Yeah, looking at the sides of these things, because I found a picture from the side. It's
nice.
There's no details to the sides, really.
Because they weren't on camera, so people...
So who cares? But yeah, there's your Ellis Pack frame, which, okay.
And attaches.
Yep. So yeah, most of the lights are on the wand. There's not a lot on the backpack, on the sides anyway.
Yeah, there's the two main spots on the pack for the lights. There and there. And I don't see any
Ghostbusters.
others.
Okay, so this isn't official. This is
Somebody's.
replicas.
Okay.
Well, it's probably the Hasbro one, but so what? The Hasbro one's going to have to put effort into it.
Bryce New says, hey guys, the Franken Geek kits are amazing. I have this kit in my 84 Spirit Pack. Thank you.
Well, we're trying to do an 84, so all right.
I'm glad. We're doing this live. We're going to do it much better now. Thank you guys for your input. We genuinely appreciate this.
I kind of, back of my head, it's like, the guys have figured this out. Do we need it? But yeah. All right. Franken Geek, we'll be ordering them. There's another.
Yeah. They did it 2 down, but we'll see.
They did. Oh yeah, there's only 2 down there instead of
3 down. It just, I feel like proportionate. We'll see.
Whatever.
It's within that
I'm just glad it comes out. And no, actually, hey Bryce, all the packs coming off the wands, the electronics go inside the corrugated tube, not on the outside, right? Because I'm not seeing wires on the outside. They're separating up here once it's in the handle. Yeah.
Yeah. So the tubes can be threaded through. And see, there's where that tube just kind of for decoration. And
yeah, it just goes from here to here.
It's fascinating watching us look at a phone, isn't it? But we're figuring it out.
All right, we're going to need to reinforce the corner up here because this is where the
wand attaches.
The wand attaches, yeah.
Yeah. Let me see, because
I've seen guys that the tower that comes out the back, they have it belch smoke or vape smoke.
Which side is it on?
Where your hand is right now, your thumb is right
here.
now. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Out of stock. Well, damn it! Franken Geek, get back on that!
Well, they have a few weeks to get.
If there's a waiting list, probably we should sign up for it.
We should get on it now.
Yeah. Well, that's not bad. They're $50. I was expecting to be like $200.
Yeah. Oh, somebody had mentioned that the Proton Packs at Spirit of Halloween are $250.
For the little one, right?
They said for the Proton Packs. So.
I thought $199.
Let me go up. Okay.
Was the 3/4 size pack?
It says they are $250 and have been out for 2 months now.
Okay.
And Bernie Davis is confirming this new Spirit Pack is about $250, so it's fairly affordable.
Wow, that's great.
No, $250 is not a bad price for
that
at all.
Yeah, if you're starting out Ghostbusters, yeah, just go buy that one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just go buy that one.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make it fancy yourself. Add your bells and whistles, but it's a great jumping off point. Let me go back down.
Yeah,
DD says my ET also plays the theme tune as well as his voice. That's awesome.
Okay.
Bryce New, I hope you guys are still doing those holsters. We're going to get the whole look by
We're
the
going to
time
get the holsters. Yeah, we've got pieces here that was Chris's original idea for how to do the holsters, which involved heating and bending up PVC pipe, and so he's got forms for it. Might actually just bang them out of steel or something else.
Okay.
You know, do something. Yeah,
we'll see.
Maybe.
We're getting to there, but we're not there yet.
Yeah, we're getting there. Actually, it's not 1 o'clock, but going along with the idea of banging them out of steel, went ahead and bought something I hadn't had before.
Okay.
Haven't opened it up yet either, but
Stark Industries.
Stark Industries, which is great. Went ahead and ordered and got myself a spot welder. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So it is a welding kit, but it clamps the metal between it and does high electricity through it, which welds the metal together at that spot.
See, my dad used this.
Yeah, exactly. These are very much used on cars.
Yeah.
Actually, I was sitting and watching a DIY video from some other channel where they use the magnetotron out of an old microwave.
Is that why that old microwave's over there?
No, no, that's actually the shop microwave that died that hasn't been made it to the dumpster yet. Or John's leaving it out in case I want to gut it, which I kind of do and I kind of don't because magnetrons will kill you. If I'm saying the names right. I know it's not Megatron. They're like magnetrons. Anyway, so this he goes through a whole process in how to make a spot welder using parts out of a microwave. And watch this going, oh, this is amazing. This is awesome. Yeah, okay, I can do this. This is great. Then I'll research how much this costs. It's that magic $250 number, just like the Proton Pack costs. So I bought one instead. And I bought the 2-phase one that can do almost a 1/4 inch instead of just an 1/8 inch. So,
yeah.
Which is
pay yourself your day rate of building it. It's cheaper to buy it.
Absolutely. 1/4 inch is 4 to 5 millimeters thick versus 1 to 2 millimeters thick. So that's why I got this one.
Okay, so Bryce New has some good information.
Okay.
He's writing all wires go inside the gun box and in the PVC. No wires should show on the outside at all. And then also wires should also go inside the 3/4 split loom that attaches to the wand to the pack.
Gotcha.
So.
The split loom is what I was thinking about. Because we'd also get actual...
Bryce New. Thank you, Bryce New. Yeah.
Okay. So we should be able to get actual corrugated tube that isn't split, but split loom's the easy one to get a hold of. The difference is split loom is that corrugated tubing, it's got a single slit all the way down it. Guys use it a lot for controlling wires inside of computers or outside of electronics. It's a way of controlling the rat's nest. You can, with some effort, buy the tube just as a tube, not cut yet.
It's cable management.
It's cable management or air management,
Yeah, so that's good to know.
So anyway, I don't have a way of plugging this in right now live. I got a plug. It's over there. So I've got power for it, but yeah.
New toys!
New toys! Able to actually work with steel, maybe.
You can make an Iron Man suit.
Yes, I can make an Iron Man suit in a garage with... Yeah, anyway.
Ace is taking a break from building a deck just to say hi. Well, welcome, Ace.
Hello, Ace.
Sean Carg says hello, everyone.
Hello, Sean Carg.
Brando's Junk says cable management is what I do for work.
Yes, it is. Dan, if you come by the fair today, don't. The horrible rat's nest that I let get put behind the video world because didn't care. It's only going to be here for a few weeks. It's a rat's nest.
Now guess who gets to deal with that?
Oh, that's fine. I get to deal with that tonight. That's not that. It's just taking it apart. That's easy. But it was really funny that the guy who was writing my checks came by at one point and goes, "Well, this is a rat's nest." It's like, oh, okay. You don't like that, huh? I don't care. It's temporary.
Right. Bryce New says 3/4 inch split loom is what they actually used in the movie.
Oh, is it?
So if you want to write that one down.
All right. Sorry.
3/4 inch.
3/4 inch split loom.
Split loom. Yay, thank you. We want these information. We really do.
Wow. Here I am being elitist and I don't need to be. Sorry.
Sean Carg, Tony Stark built this in a cave.
Right.
Tony Stark built this in a cave. You guys can't figure it out?
Yep, full-size Proton Pack is $250. Link set on Discord. All right.
There
but
you
they're
go.
out of stock, right?
Right, like, as of right now.
Do we just order one?
They will have a third pack.
Yeah, I'll have a third pack, yeah.
Yeah. Dapital Retro Gamers Incorporate. Yay, we finally caught the stream.
Sweet.
Hi, Mariah. How are you
Hi,
doing?
Mariah. Hello, Aaron.
Bryce knew this is what happens when you're a member of the South Dakota Ghostbusters.
Yes.
And Side Fox. You can build a Batman iron suit, too.
Yes, you can.
So, spot welding.
Spot welding. Yes, the bat suit for fighting Superman, or the other bat suit for fighting the Predator. It was actually a good comic, but yeah. Anyway, Batman versus Predator. Oh God, when did that come out? 89, 90, 91, somewhere in there. Maybe even later, because I think the sequel came out. But yeah, I was still working at the comic shop, so it's got to be in that area. It could have been 93, 94. I was still at the comic shop. But I just really enjoyed the fact that the first issue, Predator first runs into Batman, completely kicks his ass, almost kills Batman. The only thing that saves him is the Batmobile. So then Batman realizes he needs to build himself a set of armor to deal with this thing. So it's like, all right, I'm glad it wasn't just this, I'm Batman, and he's able to deal with the Predator, because no!
Right. If you beat up the bad guy too easily, it's no fun.
Links in the Discord, it is in stock. Oh dear, oh dear.
For now.
For now. Oh, where's Discord? This is the Discord.
That's Discord right there.
Oh, here. Oh, it's set private link on Discord. There we go. And we click on this. Yeah, I know we're going to go visit the site. I know no one else can see this. This is us on
Spirit. There it is.
$249 for interest. Yeah. Black. One size fits most. Well, I would hope so. And this is the life size. Yeah. And it is in stock.
And it's right there. Number 2.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's good to know. Yay.
Yeah. Well, the good news is I don't have the money in PayPal at the moment to get it, so I can't just buy one. But you know what? Foolish me probably would. Oversized item. This is considered oversized, required an additional shipping fee. Right. Okay. Is in stock? I thought it was out of stock. Add to cart. It says add to cart.
But it's almost that time of year. August is when the costume shop would start to get busy for October's costumes.
Right.
You know, people who pre-think these things. Not everybody does, but there are people who do.
There are people who plan ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. They have each weekend planned out.
Right.
They come pick out their costumes, and then we have them sitting there.
Yep.
Yep. So August is when they really start to ramp up the costume businesses opening up.
Fully, $250 for the full pack, including one. Yeah, that's way. Because the one was on there too, right? That was way worth it. I closed the window already. Yep. That is way worth it.
Right.
Yep, wand's included. At least it's in the picture.
Mm-hmm. It's attached.
It's attached. Yeah.
Who would sell the pack without the wand? That would suck.
Hasbro.
Hasbro?
Yeah.
Oh. So they do.
Yeah. Money!
Aw. Bernie Davis says, the Ghostbuster fans are handy and helpful to newcomers. I'm glad to be a ghost head. Aw, well, thank you.
That's awesome. Yeah. No, you guys have been great. There's been the Sacramento Ghostbusters, 916 Ghostbusters, come up to us every con rec. Hey, how's the pack going? How's this? How's that? And they're engaged. They're interested. They're excited that we're doing stuff.
I like going and seeing their packs and going, ooh, this is wood, this is metal,
exactly.
This is foam. Because
that's a Pelican case? You just made this up? Yeah?
Yeah, like, because the materials, you don't know what they are until you, like, poke it.
Right. No, because there's guys that make it out of basically Tupperware in a Pelican case, and it still looks great. Mm-hmm. It's completely screen wrong, but doesn't matter. It looks good. You know what it is.
Right?
You know what it is, which is great.
Yes. Bryce New, hope you guys are still enjoying the leather holsters I made for you, too. Can't wait to see you guys all geared up. Yes, we're working on that. We're getting there.
Yeah, they're here.
We're gonna have...
I've still got the that replica one, and then, we got the holsters.
So...
Yeah, no, we need to get...
We're getting there.
We're getting there.
Electronics first. This is the fun part.
Right.
This is the fun part, and then we'll get to the other parts. Yes. Tiny Hooper does stuff. What's up? This is my first stream in my new YouTube name. I used to be the cosplay kid.
Oh.
It's fine if you don't remember me. Just glad that you're still doing well.
I totally remember you, Cosplay Kid. Hello, Tiny Hooper, who does... Tiny Hooper does stuff, or who does stuff?
Tiny Hooper does stuff.
Tiny Hooper does stuff. Hello, Tiny Hooper does stuff. No, I remembered you. Totally.
Dan does junk. Welcome, Tiny Hooper does stuff. You do stuff. I do junk. Got Austin Lips here saying hi, Odin and Felicia. And
hello, Austin Lips.
Bernie Davis says the Hasbro wand was $100. The Hasbro pack was $400, but it was worth it, and I missed on the Mattel Proton wand from 2009.
Oh, okay.
So, that's good to know.
There's someone else here in the building. Matt Salvo upstairs ordered the... Did he order the pack or the wand? No. The last one that came out, who was the pack? I think he ordered the pack, and I don't know if it's arrived yet or not. It should have. He should have had it.
I thought you said...
Yeah, but anyway, I haven't seen it.
Okay.
He was saying he was going, yeah, when it comes in, but whatever. It's fine.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Eastern 57 says, indeed, my pack is entirely screen wrong, and I love it so.
Yes. It doesn't really...
It doesn't matter.
I get hung up on it because that's what I enjoy getting hung up on. And that's what it is. I enjoy getting hung up on that.
And I am like, if you know what I'm talking about, I won.
Yep.
It just has the flavor of it. We're good.
And that is 100% accurate.
And that's why we get along well, because...
this will work.
Yes, we meet in the middle.
One of the guys, it was a really cool pack that did a bunch of stuff. This is one of the Ghostbusters I saw in San Diego. It had the Millennium Falcon breakdown noise. It had all sorts of stuff on it, and his specifically was the one that was a Pelican case and Tupperware containers and extra hoses and a ton of lights. This thing went rave mode. It was all the goofy things he put into it was a lot of fun. And once you put it on and he has the flight suit on, yeah, it's a Ghostbuster. You know exactly what he is. It doesn't matter if the pack is wildly inaccurate.
No.
Yeah. No, it's great.
Who are you going to call? That guy.
That guy.
Right?
Actually, that came up. We were joking and I think bad-mouthing, maybe. Bad-mouthing may not be the right thing, but we were joking back and forth. I was with my neighbor who was the 501st. It was one of the 501st guys. He was the one that stayed in street clothes and could talk about the 501st and the garrison in general. Anyway, he was saying, yeah, we're doing this, and if we could push out the hallway a little bit, or we do a little bit, I mean, who are you going to call? And of course, it's like, those guys right over there, because Ghostbusters is right next to him. We're going to call him.
Who are you going to call? Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
That's the answer.
That's the answer.
We all know it, right?
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure the conversation was about taking up a little more real estate than we should have in the hallway, which we all kind of do a little bit. Mechagodzilla usually pokes out in the hallway a little more than he should, but I try to keep the path clear. No one's really complained. Yeah.
What are you going to do? Start a fight with a giant lizard robot?
Robot, yeah.
Can you please step to the sides?
Yes.
Or you just go, okay, and walk around.
I should do that, yeah.
Tiny Hooper does stuff. What's up? Glad to be on another stream. So welcome.
Sweet. Welcome again, Tiny Hooper. THDS.
Bryce New, if you guys need more info or questions on the pack, etc., please get a hold of me. So
all right.
That's good to know.
Yes, I know you've sent us stuff before. Definitely going to need to do that because, yeah, we need to... If Frankengeek is out, we need to figure out what it is. Bryce, if you've got a Frankengeek kit, can you take a picture of it?
So we make sure we got the right
yeah,
stuff.
because I know the big question with a lot of this is the actual code that goes into whatever microprocessor we're going to use. There's a bunch of different ones. So
we have...
We have...
I forgot the name of it because before we even started getting into the things you were talking about.
Yeah, we've got a couple Adafruit things. We have a couple of Raspberry Pis. We have, I mean, in the shop, I've got a number of things for doing electronics, and some of these things can talk to each other, so we can branch off and put on additional things. But honestly, if someone's figured it out,
right?
Yeah.
If you've done the hard part, please and thank you. Right.
I mean, I wonder what... Well, Sinister Props doesn't do a lot of Ghostbusters that I'm aware of. I wonder if he knows anything. He's on Discord as well. He just finished the huge he just finished himself a full Master Chief set of armor and makes a bunch of other really good stuff. Yeah,
suit.
And the dude's 6'4" anyway, so he puts Master Chief on, and which has got lifts and the head. Yeah, he's huge.
Honestly,
he's
I want
great.
to see that in real life. I
Yeah.
do. I do. I do. I like
Right.
Master Chief. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Eastern 57. Oops. Everything just moved.
Quit moving!
Says, I agree 100%. My approach regularly resembles, I want that, but not exactly that.
Yeah.
That's how I came up with it.
Yeah, I thought it was that way too. I need the feel of it. It's like, no, I want it to be right, because if it's not right, everyone on the internet's going to bitch at me.
The Real Alpha 2 says, I feel like it's only inaccurate if you're specifically trying to play one of the movie characters, which is great about the Ghostbusters fandom, because you don't have to.
Yes.
When people are asking whose our packs are, I don't know, it's Ben Edie's.
It's an 84 pack. I like that. It's just it's an 84 pack.
There you go.
Yeah.
Francisco Silva, have you gotten any questions regarding regarding cosplay and the ongoing actor strike? No.
No. I've seen a few things posted on it, and yeah, it's a really goofy gray area because you want to. It's not goofy. That's the wrong way to put it. But if you want to support the actors, then are you cosplaying in order? And is that supporting the studios? How does that work? And yeah, that gets really the best, safest answer that I've heard. If this is something that actually concerns you and you want to participate in, is cosplay stuff from the comic books, cosplay stuff from the games, cosplay stuff from stuff that was finished a long time ago. Because there's a certain moratorium that happens on films, right? Stuff that's currently in production, don't. Which really sucks, because that's the fun stuff, right? But in general, you're cosplaying, and it's you're doing it, and you're supporting the idea of a movie. You're as a cosplayer, you're not directly, specifically supporting the actor or the studio per se. So go with your gut. Do what you think is best, because you're not bound to these people. You're not bound to. You're not in an agreement with the studios to cosplay. People do that, but most of us don't. So yeah. I'm not going to suddenly not show up with half the stuff I've built years ago because there's a sequel coming out. When I go to SAC Anime, I'm still going to bring all my stuff. I'm still going to set all my stuff up. I'm still going to be there. And I'm not going to say anything mean to anybody who's cosplaying as anything, because here's an individual who spent their money to make a costume that they want to have fun in. I have always tried to keep politics separate from my creativity, which you can't do always, but I try to. So does that answer it, or it might be too wishy-washy? How does it come down to it? The best answer I've heard from SAG actors is don't cosplay things that are currently in production that are suspended because of the strike. Because you don't want to. Why is that? Because you don't want to be promoting the film and
if actors can't promote their film.
Yeah, if the actors aren't going to promote their film, if actors aren't going to go to the premieres, then yeah, because the whole point, not the whole point, part of the point is the studios don't think they need the actors anymore, right? To some extent, and don't want to pay them, but they want to pay themselves a lot more. So yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay. Let's see. Lots of people talking, and I missed all of it.
Oh, it's 1 p.m. Cool.
Oh, is it time to open up?
Yep, it's time to open up. We actually both have mail. It's 1 p.m. We get to open stuff up. And we are going to have to be out of here at 2 o'clock. We both have a hard out today. So just so you know, sometimes we let the show run a little long. We're going to have to, it's 2, lights out. So just as a warning.
And Schultz Division's has to get back to his birthday celebration. And he says, have a nice day, everyone. And remember to leave a like on the stream. Bye.
Yeah,
so
thank
happy
you, Schultz.
Birthday, Schultz.
Happy birthday. Still impressed with your vintage game collection.
Right. So mail.
We both got packages.
We both got
We
packages.
both have packages. Yeah, you got a package to the post office box in your name.
That's exciting.
Odin Makes, care of Felicia.
Oh, nice. It's from Not Top.
Yeah. And then I've got another Ryobi box.
I like Ryobi boxes. There's batteries inside.
Yes, there's batteries inside. I have an idea what's in here, but it feels like there's more than just that in here.
Oh, dang.
That's not the blade side.
Ah! No wonder. I was like, this is all off.
There you go. Is that cutting easier?
Yes, it is. Completely. Don't worry, I'm only live opening a box.
That's fine.
One.
Why don't you put the cap on so you're not going to stab your finger? You got a button?
Hi, Odin and Felicia. Odin, I enjoy the projects and fun live streams. I plan on sending you something soon. This package is for Felicia. Felicia, I thought this might be a fun option for your suit dismantle project. If not, no worries. I'm sure you'll find a creative use for it. Keep the good work. Great job on your last mermaid project. Thank you. I like his thing. It says, go make something.
Oh, that's cool. And it's a smiley face. That's really cool.
So, I like that button. It's really cool. So is this...
So this is his retired suit?
This is a suit that I get to rip up.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, oh my gosh, and it's tiny! This is perfect. Because honestly, as somebody who's taken time and effort to sew garments, I understand all of the work that goes into these, so I don't just lightheartedly rip things up. Like even buy it from the thrift store to rip up, because there's an intrinsic value to it.
Oh, everything's here. There's pants.
Yeah.
This is a full suit.
Yeah.
Vest.
I wanted to dissect a suit. I wanted to dissect a suit so you can understand the parts. Because men's fashion is extremely simply complicated. Like, if you don't cut your tie on the 45-degree angle, it's going to twist.
Right. This has to do with the bias you're telling me about.
Yeah,
the
it
bias
has
of
to
the
do
fabric.
with the bias of the fabric. If you, like, the way you interface this has an effect on the way it lays on your body. So I wanted to rip apart a suit, and...
This is fully lined. The vest is lined. The jacket's lined.
So this is a very good one to dissect. Thank you.
Very decorative buttons.
So now I can do this on my live streams, and
That's cool.
And it has a double welted pocket. That's what they call those types. That's a different type. Yeah.
Lined, of course.
It's
sewn shut, so
you get
so the kid can't fill his pocket full of sand.
So it doesn't get too misshapen before he has a chance to wear it.
Yeah, there you go.
This is, thank you very much.
Oh,
I'm
that's
totally going to rip this apart, and I love it. And not feel guilty.
And I feel guilty because that's what it was for.
Right? Hey, it's almost my size. I think I could fit the vest.
You might.
It's not out of the possibilities. Definitely fit the tie.
That's really cool.
That's awesome. And I really like this button.
Well, the button's very cool.
Go make something. Not Top. He has his own video, his own YouTube channel.
Well, let's definitely plug his channel. Go make something, Dave.
Dave, Not Top.
Not Top.
Yes. So, put this over here.
Is there anything really... Nope. There you are.
2?
Yeah, 2.
So, go make something. I like that. And it looks like a happy face. It kind of reminds me of that one comic.
Yep, Watchmen with the Joker. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the comedian, not the Joker.
Comedian.
The comedian. Yeah. Yep. That's cool.
That is very cool. By the way. And now time for your toy.
And Ryobi sent me something. Oh, look, it's a box. This is not indicative by how big it is, because Ryobi is creative with their packing department. They would use a refrigerator-sized box to send a donut if they could. Yes, I'm bad-mouthing the shipping department. Now, the people at Ryobi, the people I get to talk to, Kinsey and everyone else, they're great, yeah. I'm very happy to get to work with Ryobi.
Very much.
This is a double-walled, heavy-duty box. And inside...
is goodies. What is that?
There's a couple of things in here. We've got another magnifying glass.
That is brilliant. So it's an LED inspection light kit, so you can do color accuracy. I've run into color accuracy issues a lot with fabrics because you walk into the sunshine and it completely changes color.
Right.
Or matching paint. Sorry.
No.
This is like, I was thinking about I needed something like this.
Well, this is great because this is not at all what I was expecting. 625 lumen.
Okay, so you can blind people. I love this.
Yeah. What is this? This is 550 lumen.
16-hour runtime. It has laser. Is this like a level laser or is it just a laser?
I think it's a pointer.
It's just a pointer? Okay.
I mean, I don't know, but my guess is it's going to be a pointer.
Okay, that makes sense.
So we've got our charging cable. And all these tools are using the new Ryobi 4-volt lithium-ion rechargeable batteries that just take a USB-C like most electronics do anymore in order to charge. It doesn't require a separate charger, but they make one, which I'd love to get a hold of. The one thing I've noticed, though, is they are 4-volt, which is cool, but a lot of the stuff that I make for the props, I'm all using 5-volt stuff because of what I've had, yeah. 4-volt's still strong enough to run LEDs, so if I'm not trying to run a 5-volt strip of LEDs and I'm actually powering something specific, this would be perfect for, and actually a very easy form factor battery to be able to use with something.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
We got some lights.
Yeah, flashlights.
This way or this way?
Oh, wow, it actually bends 2 different ways.
Yeah, no, but the changing the daylight color temperature, it dramatically changes. Flash, everybody. Ah.
Yeah, pretty much. It's interesting, it's got a double hinge. It's got that hinge and then that part goes too.
So it can fold up. Yeah,
it really folds up. Actually, I'll be working late tonight, so this is great. Tearing down the fair, I'm going to be, I'm going to need...
All right, how do you change between the color setting? That's my question.
I'm just pressing the button, and it's just cycling through it.
Oh, okay, before it turns off.
Yeah.
All right.
The laser's on top, so how do I make the hold laser on off? Not here, right? That's just, okay, so... Oh, there it is. Laser.
Laser.
Oh, and it's permanently on. So, this is a bit bulky to carry around, but in all honesty, the single best use I've ever come across with a laser pointer is when you go into Home Depot and you go, no, I need the box that's up there. I need that one, because there aren't any on the shelf.
I like to play with my cat.
Yeah, okay. Playing with the cat is probably better, but as far as an actual practical use, because I don't do, I haven't done a lot of presentations, but still, both of these have a magnetic base. I was not expecting flashlights. This is cool.
Carlos Perez. Hopefully you guys finished the Ghostbusters customs for this Halloween. I love your high hopes.
Hopefully we finished the Ghostbusters customs in time for the delayed movie, because we certainly missed the video game from last year.
Might be just enough to keep them together.
So immediately I'm thinking about, all right, actually I wonder what this flashlight retails for, because this is really cool. Because you've got the battery compartment with an on-off switch and a completely separate electronic part, right? So this all on its own is powering here. So this becomes a battery pack with an on-off switch. And then this could easily be put, this is small enough that with this assembly, you could stick that on the side of your head like a Colonial Marine or something.
I was thinking you were like, I'm going to build a lightsaber.
Yeah. Well, still the Ryobi lightsaber would be great to do. And I totally missed the boat on that for April Fools. But,
it's a battery pack.
No, there's actually a build I'm trying to help Joe Gills with right now that goes along with the project he's doing. And any little extra thing I can stick on to that project is fun. So, I don't know. This and they sent us a magnifying glass. Oh, this has got a bag. It's got a protective bag so you don't scratch up your magnifying glass, right?
Yeah.
Is it long enough? Or is it just a bag that goes over the end? It's weird.
I think it's to protect the glass.
Yeah.
So it doesn't get scratched up. So, funny story. Working in bridal gowns, There are hundreds of shades of white, not just 50 shades of white. There are millions of shades of whites. And then you don't know that they're different shades of whites until they're next to each other. And then you don't always know that they're different shades of white until you go in the sunshine.
Yep.
Like, it is crazy the amount of color change that can happen just within the shade of white, whether it's a blue base or a cream base or a yellow base. Like, so a light that you can see it under multiple color temperatures, you can really see the difference on the shades. And that is something I have to deal with a lot. Well, had to deal with a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's just color matching. And so that makes a big difference. And then being able to see your project with bright lights and magnifying glasses. Camera two.
It's just on and off. I'm trying.
All right, I'm going to do it anyways for you trying.
Oh, thank you.
So you can at least see it on the bigger screen. The fancy big light.
Yeah.
Bernie Davis, snow, eggshell, marshmallow, etc. Yes, very much so.
It's a magnifying glass.
Yes.
We know how magnifying glasses work, and then it's nice and bright. It's a ring light. Actually, Raul would totally shoot with this, wouldn't he?
But it depends on the color temperature. That one's not adjustable, is it?
Yeah, no, that one said it was adjustable. It's an excellent color accuracy.
It goes from brighter, see, the different color temperatures.
Okay, yeah.
That's where I was like, that's what it's meant for, is to see the colors.
Okay.
That's where I got excited. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Because in paint matching and things like that, it matters. Oh, cool.
That's actually a
very good light.
Pretty bright flashlight.
Gonna try it out tonight?
Yes. You know something I really like about this? By the way, thank you, Ryobi, for not putting in the disco mode. Oh, there are two different colors, huh?
That one's blue. That one's a lighter. So.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe not. Maybe it's just going dimmer.
I think it is.
But
different brightnesses.
A lot of the flashlights have put in a blinking, right?
Yeah, a strobing effect.
A strobing effect, because it saves battery. Basically, because the light is, you're still able to use it for like as a survival light to be able to see, but because it's blinking, it's going to last a longer amount of time because it's intermittently off. That's the thinking anyway. That's the copy on the packages that I've read for.
But
why the hell does this thing have strobe mode?
The dangerous part is when it goes from on to off, or vice versa. So you're more likely to break it at that phase. So you're just constantly going through the breaking.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sorry, my logic.
You're right.
But
lasers.
We did use that blinking effect on a Gonzo shoot.
Oh yeah. No, it has
the strobe effect. Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna hit the laser into
Don't shine lasers or lights at cameras. It's not good hygiene for them or good
practice.
It's not. It's good. I pointed my camera at the laser when we were laser cutting that, but that camera no longer exists, so I can't feel guilty about it. I dropped it in the pool.
Oh, okay. It's like, wait a minute, you laser cut a camera?
No, I pointed my camera directly at a laser while we were laser cutting.
Okay.
And I'm like, technically, that's really terrible for the screen, but the fact that camera went swimming is worse, so...
Yeah, a bit. Did you see Tom Scott's video? He had a GoPro he put into... I like Tom Scott, by the way, if you don't watch his YouTube channel. He put GoPros inside of a trash can to talk about making trash cans bear-proof. And, of course, the bear got a hold of the GoPro and took it out into the pond. And so he's actually got footage of from the GoPro. So gets a hold of it, camera overheats and shuts off. Camera goes into the water, bear wanders off. Bear comes back sometimes later, picks up the camera, starts playing with it again, manages to turn it on. So the bear is the cameraman, right? And you have this in-the-mouth shot of the bear mauling the camera before it finally turns off again and completely dies. But in his video, so this is me paraphrasing Tom Scott's video that I just freaking love, he starts to think about this. He wasn't in control of the camera. Tom was not in control of the camera. Tom was not in control of the shot of the camera. Tom did not dictate what the shot of the camera was, and Tom didn't turn the camera on and off.
So technically he doesn't own the rights to this footage.
He doesn't have the rights to it. It's the bear has the rights to that footage. Yeah.
Because in what we do, I can make all of the arts and the stuff that get shot and everything, but it's not my name because I'm not the one who pushed the button. I'm not the director.
Right. Basically, yeah. As far as who owns the footage, this goes back to the whole studio thing.
Yeah.
Who owns the footage? It's who was clicking the button on and off, which when we're making our videos, we're pretty much the ones doing it. But yeah, so he actually has it up there. It's like, yeah, well, here it is, royalty free. It's copyright free. It's the Bears footage, and he asks that you make a donation to the Bear Sanctuary. But yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah, interesting.
Tangents. So we wanted to talk about electronics. We found out that Frank and Geek is the best one to go with. Currently, Frank and Geek is out of stock. So we can talk with Bryce New offline, hopefully a little bit more about specifically what it is that we want this to do. As far the nuts and bolts, the details, the stuff that I'm getting hung up on. Mm-hmm. Generally speaking, the electronics we want to have happen, I would like the pack and the wand to be able to be powered by a Ryobi battery, because thank you for toys, Ryobi.
Because you have a bunch of them.
I got a bunch of them. And hey, if you're going to be coming to SAC Anime, you'll get a chance to play with them, because cosplay repair, it's almost all Ryobi. If they make a sewing machine, I'll be bringing a Ryobi sewing machine.
But I bring my sewing machine, so.
But you'll actually get a chance to use them, especially the hot glue guns, because yeah, you made your costume. If you know how to fix it and you want to do it, here you go. I'll help someone else.
Yeah. Glue guns are great.
Yeah, glue guns are great.
I brought one into my new job because they still had corded ones, and I'm like, look at the freedom, and I was like spinning the hot glue gun. Look what I could do. Because the smaller size isn't practical for what we do.
No.
It's not the right one, but the one with the battery pack attached is perfect for what we do.
Yes.
And it has the bigger battery, and you can cordless. Got no strings on me.
Yep. Got no strings on me.
But yes, no. People when they pick up those glue guns are like, yes, I can go and fix it. Yes, and then bring it back and put it back.
Put it back. Mm-hmm. So we want to put a Ryobi battery in this to power it.
Yes.
I'm just trying to remember because I'm losing my place.
Totally tangent.
Tangent. Welcome to the Tangent Show. So speaker and Ryobi battery and potentially air blower that runs up the 3/4 inch split loom, but not because the split loom will leak. We'll have to run through a pipe that's inside of the split loom, so we can blow air out the end of this and have streamers.
Yes. Yeah, and I said we get red streamers.
Okay.
Red or was it?
No, do you want red streamers or do you want to do?
Because the electricity bits was one color, and I figured we could do the streamers, the electricity bit color.
I think it's predominantly white, but it has a bunch of other colors in it because it's like lightning and electricity. So I think it's.
Because I feel like there's the main beam color, and then it's the sparks that come out, and I want to do the sparks as the.
Okay.
Those things.
You could probably. What about if we use like an iridescent material?
Yeah.
Or is that not going to do enough?
That will do.
Okay.
Yeah, we could probably do a silk.
LEDs on the end of it that just cycle colors.
Yeah, we could do a silk.
Okay.
And that's just a fabric that can blow, and then we'll change the color with that. But then we can also have the little stringy things kind of being the electricity that sparks off.
And then as far as when we turn it off, I don't expect it to be a...
It's not going to be that much because it's not going to be like the crazy...
Yeah.
I think it'd just be a little bit.
So we'll just have to stuff it back in probably. I don't think
Or have a place to hide it.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be...
Or make it pop off.
Well, I like it if it was stuffed into the barrel so you press it on, it has enough air pressure to push it out.
Yeah.
So you're on. But then when you're off, it's just going to go thuh.
Yeah.
So I think we'll probably have to stuff it back in.
But if we attach it to a removable piece, that we can... Okay. Then we don't have to think about it, but then we can also put it back on if we want to use it and shove it back in.
Gotcha.
Just so that...
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Following?
Yeah, picking up what I'm putting down.
Sorry.
No worries.
You got a suit, got flashlights. Love the flashlights.
Right.
Super excited about this power format too.
Yeah, no, it's very convenient.
So I think 4-volt will run the Raspberry Pis too.
It says 16 hours of light.
Really?
On this one.
On that one, okay.
This one, I don't know if it's the full what it is, but sure, it's not that far off.
That's great.
And that one has a clip.
Yeah, I think they both have clips.
Do they both? That's convenient.
Yeah.
This one doesn't.
That one doesn't. It's just got the kidnap bag. That's all it's got.
Now you're ready to be a detective.
That's what it is, yes.
Detective Odin. Sherlock Holmes.
Make sure you have the green side towards you before you turn the light on.
I know.
Okay.
Go flash myself. I did that with the other light.
I looked into the trap, Ray.
Don't stare at the light. I can't help it.
Yeah, we can do that. We just put this into
beautiful.
the ghost trap, right? There we are.
Oh yeah, slide it into that part.
Well,
it's too
the
bright.
actual ghost trap that opens up.
Oh, the ghost trap.
Yeah.
Oh,
more stuff we can make.
Eventually. We're not there yet. Then we have the suits, and we're getting there.
We're getting there. So we want all that to happen. We want a power switch on this to switch me on. And then this definitely needs to arm so we can aim for the flat top. Oh, there we are. Oh, so it's mostly red.
And the Discord for the footage is actually red, white, and blue. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh, it is red. Okay. That's a GIF. So if we actually click on Discord, it'll animate.
So if we do the color silks, and then we have the blue strings.
Okay.
So we'll have that feel, but that flavor.
I like it.
The flavor. I like that. Thank you for posting that.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. We're really trying here. This is the fun part. Okay. When everything is done, are you going to paint it with the right colors? Yes, Carlos Perez.
No!
We're going to paint it accurately.
It's going to be blue, just like the old Kenner toy.
It's going to be worse before it gets better, but yes, we are planning. We're not painting it until we get the electronics done. We're not getting because we're in different pieces and we're all opened up, and we still want to be able to get everything in.
Right.
Once everything's in, then we will do painting. Order of operations.
Right. Yeah. Painting and weathering, and we've got the graphics kit that's over here somewhere.
Yeah, so electronics and bells and whistles, then we're going to finish putting it together, then we're going to paint it. Or paint it and then finish putting it together, depending on what pieces overlap.
I think electronics goes in, we get the base coat painted on there, which is basically just creature cast, I hope. And then we can start doing some weathering to it and start adding the final details, the external wires, the copper rods, the all that stuff.
Yes.
All the stuff that makes it look.
So that's the plan.
Yeah.
Yes. Dan does junk, since the longer hose, the weaker the airstream. Yes. But
yep, fair enough.
We use the more higher power.
Fair enough. Thank you, Dan. Yeah, good point.
Yes, but we can also do a smaller hose to make the stream more powerful.
Maybe we can get something small enough to actually go in here, but that becomes a big question.
We can do a small tubing threaded through their tubes so that we can have a more powerful condensed stream.
Yeah, maybe.
You can think about it,
Yeah.
Like the bubblers or the fish tank tubing.
Right, yeah.
That's a good thought. But we'll figure it out. The particle streams are reddish-orange color with the blue electric light wrapped around it. Yeah, so if we do an LED with the reddish color on the silks with the blue.
With the blue, okay.
Yeah, so I will go get some silk. I have some silk organza that may work. It's not perfectly white, but it's nice. Real silk is never perfectly white. So if it's really perfectly white, it's probably polyester, which has a different weight to it. It's a little bit heavier to it, but it does drape really prettily. So I wouldn't
necessarily say that this is bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I do have the real silk that is the real lightweight that I can bring, and then we can play and test with once we get the fan in.
Okay.
So that's exciting.
It is.
Okay. We got hearts going on. I have no idea where those came from, but
we got hearts.
Lots
Happy
of love
hearts.
on the stream.
Yes. Appreciate the love, stream.
No,
I really do. I appreciate the positivity in the.
Goatlope says, run a line of fishing string at the end of the streamers, and you can pull it back through at the end.
I was thinking that. I don't know about the end of the streamers. I was thinking if there was a base that could be pulled in, so all the strings get pulled in like a sea anemone. That's what I was thinking. And then hopefully just enough resistance will just push it back out. Maybe. I don't know.
I like this. We'll have to engineer it. We'll figure it out. Daniel Knight says greetings. Greetings, Daniel Knight. That's nifty. They're magnetic?
Yeah, the bases are magnetic.
Hold on. No.
It's aluminum.
What about that one?
That may not. That should be. That should be metal.
To reach.
I am too.
But that's exciting because my work tables are metal.
Oh, there you go.
And they're glass, so underneath on the metal leg,
shooting
up, I can see through it.
That's
like
cool.
box.
1, 2, 3 blocks are steel. And the fact that the magnet's supporting a 1, 2, 3 block is.
And it's not shearing off.
Yeah, that's actually.
Impressive.
Impressive.
Is there some weight to this?
Yeah, there's some weight to these.
Leo Core 42 says, agree on the talent cell. I use the 300 AF MAH for my Hasbro pack, and it works great. Okay, so somebody was talking about that. Bryce New says, I would highly suggest a Talent Cell 12-volt rechargeable battery pack.
Okay. A Talent Cell?
Yeah. Talent Cell.
Okay.
12-volt rechargeable battery pack.
Gotcha.
Multiple people have said that this is what they use in theirs.
Okay. I believe you guys. Obviously, I'm favoring Ryobi because they're really nice to me.
And we have it and don't have to order new things.
Right. And I know I can dial... Over here, I've got a power inverter that'll take the 18 volts of the Ryobi cell and knock it down to 12 volt. So, I know I can do those things. Talent Cell, I'm not against. I'm not against. I just, I know that these 4 volts are not strong enough. And I'm really grateful for Ryobi's help. So I'm happy to try and incorporate their stuff, either using the tools with the build or using...
Bryce News says, does Ryobi make a 12-volt battery? But you just explained that you have you can reduce the 18 to a 12, which is cool.
Yeah, no, they do not. Where's that at?
Leo Core 42 says, for your packs, are they going to be Ghostbusters 1 or Ghostbusters 2 orientation?
84. So Ghostbusters 1, we're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Dan Destruct says, who are you going to call? Ryobi.
Ryobi, that's right.
Oh, there.
So this is a 6-pack of them.
Camera 2?
Yeah, actually, let me open them up first.
Okay.
So it's not in the plastic. Let me just touch the... I read that wrong. That was great.
Bryce New says, well, that should work then. So,
yeah.
2, okay.
So this is a 6-pack. That you break them apart, so one individual piece. This is... it's not an inverter, but this will change the power from... actually up to 24 volt down to 5 volt. So I can easily go from 18 down to 12 using this little piece of electronics. And what I love is the name in the back, which is DROK. I totally read that as dork at first. It's like, well, that's a perfect name for an electronics company. But these were darn cheap for what they are. They're like $10 for 6 of them off of Amazon. I've used these before with other power things or something similar, and yeah, they work fine. It's just a what do they call it? They actually give me a name here. Parameters. Sorry, it's a buck converter module. That's all they're calling it. Okay, well that's what it is. Non-isolated step-down module. Input voltage 4 to 20 volt. Output voltage almost anything you want. So yeah, this was the plan for the project with Joe Gillis, and I imagine we can use these with the packs if we needed to.
Well, we have to make our list of parts to order in general, and
right.
So we're getting there.
We're getting there.
We're making progress today. I know it looks like no physical progress, but we have to make the mental decisions now.
Yeah, the fact that we brought it up and actually getting some of you guys who have done this before and have some authority on it. So thank you for helping us make.
Yes, Louis Cossey says, just make a stream using the lightsaber tech that can change colors and modes, like the Spangler one. Make the stream blade removable so you can use it like a walking staff.
Okay.
And then Louis Cossey also says, use Bluetooth tech to play music from your phone through the pack.
Right. Yeah, okay, that's what this was. The other stuff we got for Joe was addressable LEDs. That's all this is.
Okay. Daniel Knight's working on the Red Ranger and...
Cool.
Or wait, something like that. It just moved. I was reading. Daniel Knight, just wanted you to know that I started back on the Red Ranger amalgamation I'm working on.
Nice.
And the red one will be the next on the list. Bruce New says the nice thing with the Talent Cell battery is that it's rechargeable. And will yours be rechargeable as well? Yes, that's why we're using the batteries, the Ryobi batteries, because he has all the charging stations and tons of batteries to switch in and out. So it's the system that you have access to a lot of. Thank you, Ryobi, very much.
Very much why I'm like favoring it, because I've just got the batteries and it's easy for me because I've already got it. Talent Cells highly recommend rechargeable batteries. R2SC, remember Steve with the R2D2 unit?
Yes.
He has gone from the 6-volt big rechargeable battery. He's modified it to be off of a Ryobi battery now. And actually R2's faster because of it.
I can see that.
And he still screams all the time.
Bernie Davis wants to know, did we get the Ghostbusters 1 ribbon cable yet?
We have not. We need to do that.
Are we going to make it?
We can.
Do you want to, or do you want to buy Accurate? Because I can see you liking both. What is your brain?
You're right.
Yeah, no, I know. It's like I don't mind the geeking out and making the streams because
Because you get it.
I get it.
Right.
But
that's what he did. He laid out the wires onto packing tape and made a ribbon.
But with a nice quality packing tape, it makes a huge difference.
It does. Let's just buy them. I think that's what I said a year ago, so let's just buy them.
So we'll add that to the electronics list as the wires. Thank you for asking.
It's a loom wire that comes off the side of the cyclotron and tucks into something else. It doesn't do anything.
NB Dyson 829 says, foam ribbon cable?
Possible. Very possible.
Laser cut that.
Not out of possibility. But
it's easier to buy it than to
it's
brain the laser
easier.
files in order to burn.
Because it's a very specific, antiquated ribbon that isn't just the SCSI cable that is a bunch of wires attached to each other. Some of the wires cross over, and they're rainbow ribbon. And so it's a really weird... Specific thing to try and get a hold of now that was... easy enough to get a hold of then.
Right.
It's been a little while since the movie came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're getting away from the cables.
Yeah, basically.
We're getting more...
No, Dan, we're safe. We're totally still doing cables.
Yeah.
We need the color wire.
Leo Core 42 says Spectra Strip 30 conductor? Question mark. Is that the name of the cable?
Maybe. Spectra Strip. Writing it down. 30 conductor.
Okay, Bryce New says Fincher Technologies makes the best ribbon cable. His ribbon cables were actually used in the Afterlife pack props. Thank you, Bryce New.
That's right.
Thank you guys for this participation. It helps. It genuinely helps.
I think I remember Bryce or somebody telling us the Fincher Tech before.
Yeah.
They were the ones that looked at. He was out of stock a year ago, but
Okay.
the last time I looked, hopefully these guys are still making stuff.
Bernie Davis at Bryce New, can you suggest that one guy that's known for making ribbon cables?
Yeah, Fincher Tech. I hope.
Yeah, and then Leo Core 42 says, 30 pair, 60 conductor.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
30 pair. Okay, I understand. 60 conductor. Okay.
Dan Does Junk says, don't get carried away and start painting the packs M1's Ryobi green.
I have joked about making a Ryobi, power fist, tool fist, like a thing. Just make it up, but do it in the Ryobi colors and use products in it.
All the bells and whistles.
All the bells and whistles, yep.
A one-man machine shop.
Right.
Walking around. Like that one cosplay repair portable station.
Yeah, that was cool.
I got a glue gun on each hip. My backpack folds out to a table saw. No.
Boy, I'm ready for lunch. My brain is shutting down.
Yep. Okay. So you have notes. That's good.
I have some notes. I am relying on some viewers to have a few notes too, as sometimes I do.
Mm-hmm. No, it's okay. Yeah.
Dig out. So I got to dig it. I read that as die cut. This is one of the reasons why I hate notes sometimes for myself, is I hate my writing. Dig out the Alice frames. So the Alice pack frames are up there in a box, have been this entire time.
At least they're safe and not in this. They're up there.
And there's a pair, I'm pretty sure. I don't think there's 3. I think there's 2. Well,
we only have 2 packs, so at least there's that.
Yeah. And we want the main switch to turn on the lights, to turn on the sounds, and to get power to the rumble pack.
That's this one and this one, right?
That's the main switch. And then on this thing, we were talking about this activating the beam effect. So this would turn on the rumble pack no matter what, and then this would additionally activate the lights. So you do this first and hit it, lights and rumble pack. Or fan and rumble pack, not lights. So this is lights and rumble pack. So this would activate the fan in addition to the lights.
Okay. So we've decided what these buttons are.
Right, and I hope that's accurate enough for everyone else. These guys, I don't know. One's definitely going to power up the LED array that we've got that goes here. And the other one can turn on the other lights, I guess. I don't know.
Or even if it's not technically screen accurate, could we do one for the backpack pack and one for the wand?
Yeah.
just so that you can control it without having to ask for assistance.
Yes, that's probably good.
And then just all lights on pack, all lights on wand, or vice versa.
Or vice versa. There's another button that goes here that we're set for. We have more of these buttons we can always put somewhere else. Right. Well, like maybe this is a mute.
Well, I was like wondering what would activate the sounds, because we have the different things. Because we're putting in the...
Gotcha.
So which buttons would change sounds with what goes on what.
Okay. That's a lot going on, isn't it?
Right? This is the control center.
Yeah, it is. This is the only part we're going to be able to touch. Well, I don't... Okay, so you're saying that like this would be blower on and off maybe, and then sound on and off?
Well, maybe.
And then, okay.
But then would it be all lights on pack? Which, them being separated, if your pack's on, I feel like all the lights would be on.
Yeah.
Am I being completely...
No, I don't think you are.
Okay. So, lights and sound, 2 separate buttons?
Yeah, and we're making a 84 inspired pack, so...
Can we make this change the sounds?
Yeah, you do that.
So you can pick whether you want the...
And I think... Well, this is a knob of some sort.
But there's no way to actually, because of the way that's all in there, to make it a functionable knob.
Yeah, we could still make that a functionable knob.
I know we can. Okay.
Figure something out, yeah. We always have more buttons hidden down here. Well, it's hard to get to it now.
Francisco Silva, are you guys going to mount the Alice frame so that they can stand by themselves, unlike the HasLab packs? I don't think we've thought that far ahead.
We haven't thought that far ahead. The
That's
HasLab pack can't... Oh, it does need a display base, huh? Yeah, we could probably put some sort of kickstand into the Alice pack so it can support itself.
Okay.
So I just saw the side view of it, and so probably.
Baconics was the place we were talking about.
Baconics.
That's what I couldn't think of the name of.
That's a company that does the programming language. They don't actually make electronics.
Yeah, but we're using
them. But we were planning on using them, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I like the way their system works. At the same time, if the people who are helping us, that's what I would use. If the people who are helping us either has existing electronics or are already comfortable using script and coding from raw, fine. Because what we want is an end result.
Okay. Just making sure.
Sure.
Bernie Davis, this is why it takes months to build packs, LOL.
Yeah.
You know, the easiest way to stretch out a project is just to not work on it.
Yeah, it is, huh?
So many options. Yes, Francisco Silva. So many options. But, okay. Louis Cossey, on mine, one toggle switch activates the Ghostbusters Ray Parker Jr. song.
Oh, okay.
And then he also, Francisco Silva says you can explore is it Jupiter or Juniper? There's no N. Jupiter Electronics. They have a stand-alone kits for the packing gun. They even use the accurate barograph.
Oh, bar graph. Okay. Yeah. That's fine.
There's
we bought some, but I have no problem. It may be... So Jupiter Electronics?
Jupiter, Jupiter. Jupiter.
Jupiter Electronics. Yeah, and either the planet or the Roman god, whichever, which is kind of the same thing. And they have pack stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Done. Because whoever's in stock, because the other guy was not in stock.
Bryce News says, Odin, I can email you a pic of the wand and show you what switches do what if you're okay with that.
Yeah, totally
yes, please,
okay with that.
and thank you.
Yep.
Leo Core 42, the screens used packs that had their Alice frames mounted in a way that made them standing on their own impossible.
Right.
Okay.
That's kind of what I saw.
Francisco Silva says, I noticed that on the full-size packs from Spirit of Halloween, my Alice was mounted too low. That's good to know.
Oh, okay. On the back or too low on the packs? Because I think...
Steve D, just get Shop Gremlin to wire it and get them to make the decisions, LOL.
Yeah,
no,
basically.
That's how we don't learn.
That's kind of the plan, but Shop Gremlin rightly is saying, okay, but what do you want? So, you know.
Exactly, what do we want? We want lights and action and sound. Lots of stuff. We want all the bells and whistles. Daniel Knight, it might take months to complete the custom design I planned. Always, right? The thing is the joy is in the journey. I don't know. I make stuff up to make myself feel better all the time.
Okay, this article is about the Anovos 1-to-1 scale pack.
Bryce News says, be watching your email. Jupiter Electronics, they're Canadian, eh?
Oh, okay.
And Leo Core 42 says, don't mount the wand upside down like Spirit does.
Don't mount. Oh, okay.
See?
Well, this isn't the Spirit one. But I'm definitely, as I'm flipping through some pictures here, I'm seeing an Alice pack. The Anovos Alice pack was mounted where the bottom of the cyclotron was on the shelf of the Alice pack. And this picture, I'm seeing the middle of the cyclotron is about the bottom of the Alice pack. That's interesting.
All right. Louis Cossi says, you might want to consider making the wand's clippered valve top knob to function as volume control knob for the sound. There you go.
There you go. We're not even there yet. The clipper valve here is still just this. That sounds like a great idea. That's easy.
Okay, we should write that in the notes.
Okay.
As in, you should write that in the notes. Something happened. Are we still live?
Oh, we should still be live.
Okay.
Because the thing that's doing the encoding and sending it out is independent of the computer. So if the computer crashed, we should still be okay.
Okay. Well, things crashed.
Reload.
It says, "Ah, snap."
Ah, snap. Computer's not happy. There it is. And we're back.
Yes,
2
you're still
hours
here.
and 31 minutes. Yeah, just the... yeah.
Well, thank you guys for sticking around. Still live, okay.
Still live, good. So my encoding for streaming is hardware. I'm using the Blackmagic ATEM stream machine, the one that came out a few years ago. They got better ones now because it is doing the encoding itself and sending the stream to YouTube independent of the computer. The computer just crashed. We would have lost the stream if I was using software encoding, which isn't to say that's bad. I just happen to like hardware encoding, and I'm very happy with that. But at the same time, we just got a super chat.
We did just get from the Real Malky.
Oh, from the Real Malky.
They just said $5 super chat.
Well, thank you, Real Malky.
Thank you. Yep.
Volume knob.
So people are not liking the Anovos pack.
Okay.
And Bernie Davis says they were very pricey for a big pile of disappointment.
Fair enough. I just happened to find pictures online, so that's all. And then I noticed that they had done some different things. So good to know.
Sebastian Chavez says, "Hi, Odin and
Oh, yeah, I guess. This is
How
like
are you?
$3,000.
Oh, that's very expensive for a pile of disappointment.
For a pile of disappointment.
Right? $250 for a Spirit of Halloween pack? That thing could be crappy and I'd still love it.
Yeah, basically.
Sebastian Chavez says, "Hi, Odin and Felicia. How are you? Did I miss something here?" Well, our computer crashed, but we're still live.
Yeah, well, we still managed to be live anyway. Apparently, the computer's ready for lunch, too.
Yeah. Leo
Probably full
Baum
of dust. I
says,
need to go clean it.
"Love all your builds."
Well, thank you, Leo.
Francisco Silva, "The volume knob on the gun is a good idea, but it'll turn the gun into a rat's nest. I recommend mounting it on the crank knob on the gearbox. There's even an amplifier that fits flush with the crank knob."
Okay.
Which makes a lot of sense.
Sure.
Okay.
Shouldn't be too much. Okay, so the crank knob,
The volume knob,
which we've already made as a foam one, but that's not a big deal to change out.
right?
I have no problems making modifications to this thing.
Because we're not fully painted, or we're at the point where we can easily.
Yeah.
Okay, Leo Cord 42 says, "I recommend the Ghostbusters reference library site for any reference pictures needed." Yes, can we print out reference pictures for next time?
Yes.
Because I like working off reference images. Tangible ones. I know, digital ones are easily available.
What was it again? Ghostbusters.
Reference library site. Francisco says, "I love the ATEM, however, the HDMI out is finicky and the Blackmagic is iffy regarding repairs."
Oh, yeah, they are. I haven't had an issue with the HDMI out, but I don't move mine around a lot. No, not gonna fight you on that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Bernie Davis says Mac Factory Packs kits are more consumer friendly. So.
Mac Factory
Packs kits.
Okay. So MA.
And Dan Does Junk says you've got some off-stream homework to do.
Yeah, I do. MAC or MACK?
MACK. Mac Factory. Louis Cossey says crank knob is typical but hard to reach if you are solo. Mine was crank knob.
Okay, for volume. All right. Okay.
Not just loud.
So I am liking the accessibility. Because, yeah, once the pack's on, doing this is not going to be...
easy.
No.
Or doable. You're just going to set the sound level and it's just going to be what it is.
Right.
Up or down.
And dual... Still, this as being a knob for anything is...
Fine.
Is doable, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that can be a power switch, too.
How do you say potentiometer?
It's a potentiometer.
Potentiometer.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Because that's basically what a volume knob is. The potentiometers can end up with a number of additional wires.
All right.
But it depends on anywhere.
Yeah. All right, here's a question. Are you going to use the clockwise cyclotron LEDs for Stan Spangler packs or counterclockwise for the Venkman Zedmore packs? Are we going to go left or right?
We
Clockwise?
hadn't fully
even considered that there was a difference.
Basically, it's an 84 pack, so I would probably end up having it done clockwise, just arbitrarily, but
yeah. So we would be Spangler packs.
Mm-hmm.
I think we keep kind of going towards Spangler.
Yeah.
In general.
In general, which
yeah, that's the one he passed down to his niece.
Yep.
Is it niece? Daughter? Granddaughter? Granddaughter.
It's been a while. Is it granddaughter? Yeah, it is granddaughter.
Granddaughter. Sorry, not niece, but granddaughter. So it would be passed down. So
yeah.
She did technically have the Spangler pack.
Of course, it's possible to make these reversible.
Because.
I mean, it's possible. It's just more coding and more buttons.
Yeah. But I think not counterclockwise, but clockwise makes sense just because we should make a note of that. So we're going counterclockwise unless you guys have a reason why we shouldn't. I mean, we're going clockwise. I cannot talk, okay? But we're going clockwise unless we have reasons not to. Spike 2220 says hello, Odin and Felicia, and all in chat. So.
Hello, Spike 2220.
Yes. Francisco Silva is the same company that makes your Buick converters. This is the one amplifier. It's a DROK 5-watt plus 5-watt mini amplifier board. Oh my gosh, it's so many letters.
Okay.
But
DROK makes an amplifier board for audio?
Yeah.
Okay.
Digital stereo power amp, 2-point dual channels, Class D amplifying module for speaker sounds. Sorry, it was just a mouthful of letters and numbers. Okay, you want me to say it slowly?
I'll just go in chat.
Okay, you'll have to reference chat.
You know, what we might need to do is copy pasta this entire chat stream and start pulling things out of it.
No, I think that's a good idea because the chat is going to be on replay, so we can go and reference what they're saying.
Well, when the stream's done, we can, in the pop-out box, select all, copy.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, Louis Cassie, granddaughter. Phoebe would be the granddaughter, yeah.
Yeah, okay, good.
Of Egon.
Yeah, of Egon, right.
Yeah. The real monkey. Words are hard.
Words are very hard.
Don't worry, we're only live.
Yeah, words are very hard.
Francisco Silva, Proton heirloom. Right? Wouldn't you like an heirloom Proton Pack?
I would love a Proton heirloom pack.
Leave it for the grandkids, right? What is this? Leo Core 42 says the Harold Ramis packs are what's generally used for reference since the Hero prop is still in good condition, though the original Venkman Hero prop was made the best.
Of course it was.
Because it's probably the ones that's got
Well, it was
the
Bill
most.
Murray's, yeah. And Spangler was the guy that was the one that was Egon. He was the one that developed the packs.
Yeah.
But okay.
Francisco says there's also a superhero pack, the very first packet. It had the Alice frame mounted with the 4 bolts as opposed to 3.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, the nitty-gritty details.
Right? Luce Coxey says, my pack has a startup toggle switch on the motherboard so I can reach behind my back and start it up. Then I don't have to always carry my wand if people want to see and hear it start up. So he does the thing on the pack itself.
Okay.
So
cool.
Having to turn it on.
It probably depends on what can be reached, and I mean this comes down to we got to dig the Alice pack down and start playing with it.
Yeah. Louis Gossi has 4 packs now, and 6 if you count the 80% size spirit packs. Awesome. That's a cool collection.
That is a very cool collection.
Right. We have things to order.
Lots of things to order. Lots of things to talk about.
So, do you think you can give our ideas to Shop Gremlin to get a better...
Yes.
Okay. What information do you think we still need from them? For them? Don't worry, we're just live.
I know we're just live, but my brain is
no, you
is
still
very
have to
much
chew
off.
on it. Yeah.
We know basically, what are we going to order? We know Frank and Geek is out. Is out of stock currently. Jupiter Electronics I was told to go look at, and then there's Mac Factory has kits to go look at. If we have to do this completely from scratch, then going to be referencing the Ghostbusters reference library site, as well as whatever things these guys are talking about that their kits do, in order to replicate that.
And then reverse engineer from there. Okay.
Basically. I'm liking the idea of a clockwise rotation, just it's clockwise.
Yes.
Really no particular reason. I like the idea of having control at the gun for the majority of the stuff, but I could see
the value of having a switch on the pack.
Yeah, so maybe, I don't know, double switch doesn't quite make sense. One or the other is probably better.
But we have sound, lights, and actions to all control.
Yeah.
So, yeah. This is a conversation with Shop Gremlin that we
This
need
is
to
totally
have. But we have stuff we can actually talk about now, not as opposed to, we wanted to do stuff.
Yeah, we wanted to do stuff.
Like, that's where we were. We want to do things. What do we want to do?
This is true.
Whatever we can. So we want to do specific noises. We want a startup noise. We want background noise and music and theme songs.
That'd be nice.
If we can.
All of which need to be triggered independently from somewhere.
Yeah.
Because the startup noise is just part of because the boards can be programmed to run a noise as soon as they get power, and then it goes straight into the hum. And you want to volume control the hum and everything else because that's something that's on constantly. And I don't want that on when we want the effect noise when we pull the trigger, and then somehow be able to, for the fun of it, have Ray Parker Jr. or hallway music play on cue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We want to be able to make sounds.
For fun of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or the Howard the Duck theme song, because that'd be fun. Okay, not really.
Right. And then the lights need to, but once they're on, they're on. I feel
once
like all the lights can
the
just
cyclotrons
be
can just
be
blinking. That's not a big deal. Exactly. Yeah. I'm not quite sure how the bar graph works for anything else. It may not have to do anything, but
if it just kind of goes up and down,
if it just goes up and down, it'd be fine. If the bar graph is hooked up to something to where it's a microphone and it's reacting to noise in the room,
that'd be fun.
Whatever.
But it needs to.
Yeah.
If we can make it bounce, that'd be fun. And also, this light
There's
it's
a light
just
that goes
blue,
over here,
but it can cycle up and down.
Yeah. Which I think it does. I think it does.
Yeah.
I think
so that's a motion active that we have to think about getting into there.
That's just a timing thing. That's not hard.
But it's still something we have to think about.
It has to happen, yeah.
Yeah. And then, so that's lights, those lights, and then anything that, if these are going to blink or just be on.
Yeah, I don't know.
So we'll look at those. But we are almost at 2 o'clock.
All right.
We have lots of chats that I completely missed, but we will be
Yeah. Yes. Anything really quick we want to grab? Because we both have a hard out at 2 o'clock, which is pretty much we're there.
Ad Vixen says, based off of your list, maybe we should go rob a hardware store. And this is how Odin does Ocean's 11.
Okay, I'm liking this. Add Vixen, you're in charge. It's going to be Vixen's 12. And anyway.
Moose Cassia meant the master switch is on the motherboard right behind my back where the motherboard is bolted to the Alice frame.
Gotcha.
So you have a master switch.
That makes sense. I mean, something you just reach behind you and get is probably a really good idea.
Maybe even the cleaning up town song from the hotel scene.
Yeah.
Train!
Train! It's the 2 o'clock train.
Right. So Ninja Fruit also has great kits. So
Ninja Fruit.
Ninja Fruit can be added to that. And what's for lunch today, guys? I don't know, but it's about time for that.
It is.
And Bryce News says, your email is sent. Please let me know if you got it. So. And Side Fox 325 says, I will drive. I don't know what you're driving.
He's driving the getaway car for the
okay.
hardware store heist.
Hardware store heist.
Yep.
Yes. Need all the electronics.
Takes me a while to get to my email.
Francisco Silva says, I recently made a mini Ark of the Covenant for a video project using a 12 volt for the arc light. That's cool. I just watched that movie. My favorite part is where the guy's face melts off.
Right.
I traumatized as a child. I still go, wow.
Heck yeah.
They had the candle. I loved it. I wanted it.
I'm not seeing the email yet,
but we'll get there. Yeah.
We'll get there. It just hasn't come through yet.
But it's just about 2 o'clock.
It is.
It's time to say our goodbyes. We have something we can at least show Shop Gremlin to get it.
Yeah, when they come back in, we can get some stuff to share with them.
Yeah, we can at least get parts ordered.
Right. Yes, which would be important.
So next week we can start getting things.
I know what I'm spending some of my fair money on.
Well, that's fair.
That's fair. And that's the state that I'm at anyway.
Yeah, so.
State fair.
Do you think Shop Gremlin will be here next week, or not next week, but the following, to help with this, or will it be like they tell us what to do and set us loose?
That's
I'm
hoping
okay with either way.
If everything manages to actually show up.
True.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because there's the I have to wait on money so I can then make an order.
No, I get that.
So,
no, I know, but there's like what we got these wires going.
We do.
We got things we can get going.
We do.
So, as things come in, it's going to take us a bit for every piece. We'll working on bits and pieces.
We are.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just got some goodbyes.
Yep.
Don't look at it, Marion. Shut your eyes. Don't look at it, Marion. Right, we're talking about face melting.
Yeah, don't look at it.
Alrighty.
eBay has the stuff as well.
We have top men working on it. Who? Top men. And they pack it away into a crate, and it's gone. Yeah.
Into the safety of bureaucracy.
Into the safety of bureaucracy. Everyone, thank you very much for joining us, for sticking with us while we muddled our way through this, talked about what we wanted to have happen, actually got some ideas, actually got some brainstorming going, got some resources from all of you watching. So thank you very much, everyone who sent us the different places you found and things you used to make your packs work. Very much appreciate that kind of input and help, because otherwise just blindly going at it. But it's that time. As far as I know, we will be back in 2 weeks, which is going to be the second week of August.
Which
is like the 5th?
That's right.
No, that's next week. So this is going to be...
Hold on, let me peek on my phone.
Yeah.
I'm corded.
Well, you needed power.
Yes,
I
did.
For 2 hours.
So, let's see. That is going to be...
The 13th. Because we're the 30th right now.
Yeah, 13th. Because honestly, if it was the 6th, I would skip it, because that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
So
13th. So we're going to do 13th and 27th, which means stream will not be interrupted by Sac Anime. That's convenient.
Cool.
Good. So yeah, hopefully August 13th right now, unless something comes up in life, will be our next stream. We'll be here talking about stuff. If we have any electronics here, we'll start making that happen.
Yep. And thank you, Ashley Ray. She likes my outfit.
Oh, nice.
Right?
Very cool. Thank you, Ashley Ray.
And I think it's time to go.
It is. Everyone, thank you for being here. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Goodbye.
Oh, sorry.
I have balance.
You sure?
Bye. Nope.